I cannot wait till they go 6-11.
Week 1.
Yeah.
25, averaging 20 plus points. That's only happened one other time in the
Reed was going to NFC Championship games. He even went to a Super Bowl.
He went to like 5 or 6.
NFC Championship game. They got a hell of a team. They call plays that big.
Scene looks so desolate.
It
looks so desolate.
I know.
It's so clear. I know y'all didn't expect me here, but I'm here. I'm here. My team the one that got blew the fuck out, and I'm here.
Yeah.
I can't speak for everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, you here.
I'm here, bro.
We got an empty couch. That's FIFO.
There it is.
Yeah, we got 2 up walking in the building.
Oh. I won't lie to you, Ken. If I had made my engagements and all that shit where I got paid for it this weekend, I would have definitely made a killing.
Ooh.
I seen so much. Hey man, where is Spike? Why Spike ain't said nothing? Why Spike ain't did this? Oh, I ain't heard shit from Spike.
I'll have a seat.
I seen all of that all over every platform that I'm on this weekend. I've gotten that from.
Saying it's a little bit of an echo
Even
from
FIFO
me.
called me. FIFO called me.
I had to call him, bro.
He called me.
I'm on auto-tune too. He said he called you?
He called me.
I had to call him, bro, because a text wouldn't suffice.
He checked on
That's
me.
the mic right there. He had to
Hey,
check on you?
He checked on me. I respect that. Because
You know
I needed to be checked on.
because a text wouldn't suffice, man. I had to hear the man's voice.
He did.
I had to make sure
What'd you
he
think?
was okay.
When you heard my voice, what'd you think?
Another Dallas Cowboy fan.
Oh, my God.
Because here's the thing. What's going to happen is the offseason going to come. Y'all going to make a head coaching change. You might get a player or 2 years. This our year. Same shit. Y'all niggas going to be one and done. Just like Uncle Shannon said, y'all going to be just like a Duke
Not
player.
this year.
One and done.
That's not happening this year. That's not
Bro,
happening
but
this
the last how many years does it have to happen for it to be the thing?
It happens a lot, but it's not going to happen this year.
Hold on a sec. Okay.
What happened? Oh, it's
It's one common denominator.
I see all that line stuff, man, and I'm hesitant.
Hey, he a Detroit
I'm
player.
hesitant.
He a
I'm
Detroit
hesitant to
player.
even listen to it.
Michigan right now.
I respect, you know what I'm saying, but I'm hesitant to even listen to it. What you asked me?
What's the common denominator?
It's not Jerry Jones, if that's what you're leaning towards.
But it gotta be.
It's not, bro. Because Jerry Jones is the GM, and they have one of the best rosters in football. They've consistently had one of the best rosters in football over the last decade.
On paper.
So explain to me.
That's
So
fair.
explain to me over the course of the last 3 years, y'all won 36 games and no playoff games. Tell me how the hell Green Bay has more playoff wins in your stadium than you.
That's bad coaching. Mike McCarthy shouldn't be the coach.
But what about before Mike McCarthy?
Those were bad hires.
And who hired them, though?
And we ain't talking
who
about
hired them?
right.
Okay,
but
so is
we're
that not the common
talking about the
denominator?
coaching hires. We're talking about the rosters.
We talking
Right?
the Dallas Cowboys.
Usually when we're talking about GMs, we're talking about the roster. And we'll talk about that later when we talk about Philly and people are saying, oh, Nick Sirianni should lose his job.
Where's Shelton at?
He on his way. We hope.
Hey,
we hope.
you need to give
he
him a
need
call.
to be here.
You
He
need to
be
take
here.
on him.
I want him to be here because he needs some of this pressure too.
Yeah,
but I'm here to answer for all the Cowboy shit. And what I will say is that you guys are right in the sense of if you're telling me that Jerry Jones won't hire a coach that will stand up to him, and that's what's best for the franchise, cool. I will accept all of the things that you're saying there. But if you're telling me that, oh, he doesn't have a good roster, him and Steven haven't picked good players over the last 10 years, good enough players where they can win football games and should be able to win a championship, I wouldn't agree to that. It's just that they don't pick the coaches, Mike McCarthy being one of them, that ain't going to stand up to them and be like, nah, we need to do this. We need to do that. And when we get to my top 5 list, we'll get into the coaches that they need to hire.
Okay,
but what I am saying is they can hire a coach that is a more A-type personality. They can be like, nah, y'all are bullshit.
But what happened the last time y'all hired him? Bill Parcells. Friction. Because of Jerry Jones. And then who was the one before that? Jimmy Johnson. And you fired him.
I'm saying he gotta take a step back.
He do. Okay, all of that's cool. But
So here's the thing. When y'all say take a step back, I don't understand.
no more media days. What do you mean, nah?
And I told you this on the phone. Look, right? And again, we talk about different things. There's a sports perspective of it, and there's a business perspective.
Spike went out.
Am I out?
Yeah.
We testing.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah.
We good? So,
So that's the best way to hear your takes. All right. Well, y'all hold tight. Y'all came in.
we're finna get in this. So,
I said y'all.
so look, FIFO. I
know
know
I got to start the show, but go ahead.
you're a business guy.
Yes,
You understand business.
I understand business.
The number one rated franchise in all of professional sports is the Dallas Cowboys. Why? Because Jerry Jones is out there doing the media takes. Because people resonate Jerry Jones with that brand. He is the person out there that's doing, I don't even know half the owners in any of the other sports. Jerry Jones is the person that's putting his face on Front Street and saying, hey, this is my team, and I want you guys to buy into it. That's why the Cowboys are worth the most in the NFL.
Okay.
Now, as a fan, I hate that. Like you guys are saying. Y'all are right. As a business person who understands it, I get why he does it. We're the most valuable franchise in sports. Of course, people want to hear from me. Of course, I got to get out here and talk.
I think you can have all of that. He can be the face of the franchise. I'm talking about from a football personnel. When it comes to picking the coach, get the coach
Right.
and let the coach how he want to coach without you being in his ear and you coming down on the sideline doing all of this extra
But
stuff.
that ain't what we do. We not the
that's-
Panthers. We're not like
But
a
that's right.
random ass. We're not the Dolphins, bro.
I understand
Like
that,
we're,
but
we're the Dallas Cowboys.
No accountability,
when you go to
Chad.
Forbes, and you say the most valuable team in sports
Okay,
is the
so-
Dallas Cowboys,
so you
it's
know what I
because
compare
Jerry
them-
Jones does what he does.
You know what I compare them to?
What is it?
The Lakers.
Yeah, which is
Right.
the
The
probably
Lakers?
they top three.
Absolutely.
You would go Cowboys, Yankees, Lakers,
But
right?
at the same time, when it comes time to stepping back, you don't hear Jenny Buss.
But you know who she is.
But you know who she is.
Because of her
She
daddy,
Buss.
though.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's
But-
and again,
but
that's
here's
why
the
that's
thing,
why the
though.
Lakers are number 3 and the
Right,
Cowboys
right,
are number
right,
1.
right.
And the Yankees
But here's
the
the
same
thing,
way,
though.
Yeah, true. But that's what I'm saying.
Spike,
That's
but
why
here's
the
the thing.
Lakers are number 3
Hold on,
and the Cowboys are number 1.
Let's go back just a little bit, right? Let's go back just a little bit because you talked about business, right? And I think what Jerry Jones did in a time when he did it was good because there was no social media, right? And he was winning championships until he started thinking he was bigger than
he
himself.
thought he was bigger
and
than
he
Jimmy
thought the
Johnson.
championships were because of him,
Facts.
right? He had to learn a valuable lesson. Yo, it wasn't because of me. I'm a part of it, but I'm not the reason why. He's come to that realization. In business, we got to look at trends. The most winningest organizations in football over the time that you last won a Super Bowl, nobody's doing what you're doing. So what he needs to do is take a step. He needs to take a step back from the media.
What do you mean
stuff.
nobody's doing what we're doing though? Because again, if you look
What
at Forbes,
other GM
wait, FIFO, if you look at Forbes 2023 list, and again, this is not me speaking as a football fan. This is me speaking as you and I who talk about business and know those different trends. If you look at Forbes in 2023, the most valuable franchise
I understand
is the
that.
Dallas Cowboys.
But let me ask you this: as a businessman, do you think Jerry Jones' media and what he does is more profitable than another Super Bowl?
No.
So that,
But-
wait, hold on. So that's wait, don't butt me just yet. That is my point. At this point in where Jerry Jones is in the tenureship, in the ownership of the Dallas Cowboys, it is in his best interest to remove himself more from the media and focus on winning the championship.
Yes,
If
as
he
a
focuses-
fan, as a fan
that's
of
not as a
football,
fan,
bro,
that's
not
as
a business.
business. Because
Because,
you know what?
every year that I look in the Forbes, the Dallas Cowboys are the
But if
number
he
one
stops-
franchise.
If he stops the media, it doesn't mean that the valuation of the franchise is going to go any
You don't
lower.
know that.
But then if you win, your value goes up.
Thank you. That's the
I
point.
wouldn't disagree with you guys there. I totally understand that if you win when the value goes up. But however, you're dealing as a businessman and dealing with hypotheticals versus I've been doing this every year after year.
So then what's more important?
I ain't won a
The
Super Bowl.
valuation or Super Bowl?
I ain't won
What's
a
more
Super Bowl.
important?
I haven't won a Super Bowl in 25 years, but still I have the #1 rated franchise for every year.
So then what is more
And you know what
important?
I think?
What
As
is
an
more
old
important?
ass white man, I'm going to do these radio spots. I'm going to do these
Well,
press
well,
conferences.
then don't talk about
I'm
Super
thinking
Bowl
that's
no more.
the person.
Then don't talk about Super Bowl.
The
That's Jerry
businessman.
Jones.
No. As a fan, I want him to shut the fuck up like y'all are saying. Sit down. Get somebody in there that's going to be willing to say,
But
hey,
then why are you accepting this shit? Because all you're doing is giving this man a whole bunch of grace that he don't deserve.
I'm just saying, I understand what he's doing.
No,
I'm
you
just saying
no,
that-
no, you
'cause
shouldn't
again,
understand because
you
at
and
the
I,
end of the day,
you and I
it's
know what
about winning
America,
chips.
America is a capitalistic society. You and I know that.
Mm-hmm.
So as a fan, I have to accept that. I know that, but I don't like it. I don't love it. Like I would rather him shut the fuck up and hire a coach that would come in there and do what he needed to do. Like if Mike Tomlin could come to the Cowboys and wanted to deal with Jerry Jones, I would love that. And I ain't never hear from Jerry Jones over the next 2 to 3 years, and we won a Super Bowl. I would love that.
So
but that ain't
McCarthy didn't win the championship? He didn't win the Super Bowl?
Nah, he won one with Green Bay. He ain't won one with us.
So you saying it was enough over here, but it's not enough over there?
True. Yes. Mike McCarthy shit old. Like
Tomlin
like,
shit
if,
old.
If we switch,
When's the last?
if we're- if
When
we're
did
starting
Tomlin
to-
win the Super Bowl?
Tomlin been winning
Over 10 years ago.
Tomlin been winning every year.
But that
bro.
shit
Don't do
old.
it. Like he
But
better,
he ain't win no Super
he's
Bowl.
better than Mike McCarthy.
But he has not
he
been.
ain't had no tools.
Look.
We'll
might-
get into this later, so I won't step
we
on it
might
now.
as well- we
Tomlin ain't
might-
had no tools to do what Mike McCarthy has done.
We might as
if
well put them
Tomlin
in
was
the same
coaching
boat.
us this year, we'd still be in the playoffs.
Get the-
We'd be on our way
Spike,
to
I don't
winning
wanna
the
hear it
Super
no
Bowl.
more.
Like we'd be
I don't
on our
wanna
way
hear
to
no
winning
more.
the Super Bowl.
I don't
bro.
want to hear no more.
I'm telling you,
because
bro.
y'all niggas is one and done, bro.
Hey, that's
One
what-
and done. And here's the thing.
And look,
you know what? Like
all that shit y'all talking about Jerry Jones, that's still on Mike McCarthy. That's still on Mike
I
McCarthy,
can
though.
respect the LA Rams, bro. McVay's that guy. Stafford played a good game. The Lions won by 1 point. That was the best game
That's a
of
trash organization, though.
Who?
The Rams. It's trash.
They won
They
the
were more
Super Bowl.
competitive than y'all.
Okay.
Exactly. So look, you know
understand
me.
what
I
y'all
always
saying,
have
though.
the saying, Spike.
Like-
Spike. It's not if
The expectations
it's how.
are here.
But no. But Spike.
that's-
Spike.
but
Just
but
like
he
with the
elevated
Lions.
that.
Expectations are
but
here,
that,
bro.
But that comes with the territory. You want to be the best franchise. You want to have the most money. You want to be worth the most.
Right.
The expectation is we got to win a championship every year.
Facts. Every year.
They have not got close to that in 30 years.
I agree with that. Yes.
So the formula
But they
has to
still
change.
maintain their position as the best
Spike,
franchise.
But
Spike,
all
look.
sports teams do. All number
No,
one
they
sports
don't,
teams do.
though.
The Yankees are still prestigious. The Lakers are still prestigious, even though they don't.
But those
they're
are the
not
three,
winning.
though. The Cowboys, the Yankees, and the
Exactly.
Lakers.
And they're gonna stay that
And
way.
they all won championships.
Exactly.
Okay, so but at the end of the day, Spike, look, my point is this. It's not if, it's how. It's not if you lose or if you win. There's in football, there's a finality, right? It ain't no series, my nigga. It's one game. What you gonna do in that one game? And like I always say, when I shoot people bail, is with the Rams. Look at what the Rams did with what they had to do it with.
Why are you shooting
hold
bail,
on.
though?
Because that was a very close game, and they played a better game than y'all did because the expectations on y'all was ridiculous. So it's not if you won the game or lost the game, it's how you fucking lost it, bro. 48-17? Get the fuck out of here.
Game was over in the second quarter.
People, I got a
Give
question.
it to Ken. I get the Ken.
I got a question. If Tom Brady would have went to Dallas instead of Tampa, do you think they would have won games?
You fucking
Yes.
right because it's Tom Brady.
So how is Jerry Jones the problem?
Thank you.
Well, first
Because
of all,
he couldn't get Tom Brady there.
exactly. That's number one. And number two, Ken, we're talking about the greatest of all time at that position as of right now. Because I think
But
Mahomes is gonna pass.
if Jerry Jones is the issue and Jerry Jones got Brady, based on what I'm hearing, it sounds like he would have got away
But the
that too.
best players can overcome obstacles within the organization.
Not if you
Win.
Jerry Jones.
What do you
Give me an
mean?
example.
Let me ask
That's
you a
the way
question.
it
Give me an
sound
example.
Let me
to
ask
me.
you a question.
Tom Brady.
When
With
it,
the Bucs.
when it
The
came
Bucs are in the Super Bowl. They in the divisional round right now with Baker Mayfield.
But listen to this. When it came time for Tom Brady to choose his team,
Yeah.
Tampa Bay or whoever out there, including Dallas, did Dallas not have a better team?
Dallas didn't go after him though.
Yeah,
We had Dak
But
Prescott.
he would have took less money.
Nah,
to win the
but
Now, they would have had to move Dak.
But
Oh, yeah,
there's
they
no
would've
way
had to
that we
move-
would have
they
did
would've
that
had to
and
move
paid
Dak.
Dak. Yeah, we'd
He
have to
would've
get
had
rid
to
of
move
Dak.
Dak,
Right,
for
right.
sure, absolutely.
So there was no possibility that he could have came to Dallas. If there was a possibility that he could have came to Dallas, he would have came to Dallas and won a championship, just like he did with Tampa Bay, because the roster was the same, the coach was mediocre, just like Todd Bowles is. Like there wouldn't have been anything different. It's just we didn't have the opportunity to
coach
get
was,
him.
The other guy.
Bruce Arians.
Bruce Arians.
Oh yeah, Bruce Arians. Yeah, you're
All
right.
right. Well, shit. Y'all.
Way to come in,
hot,
FIFO.
bro.
Hey, late but hot.
Hey,
Hot but late. I like it.
We
like it.
you know, we were doing these recaps after the game, and you know, when Shelton was out last night, I was like, yeah, we coming in hot, and I'll be damned if y'all don't live it to it, bro.
Facts.
CD spite the guy that lose on 2K and call dude broke. Super chat.
That sounded about accurate though. He must know me from somewhere else.
Oh man, but yeah, Shelton is on the way, so he'll be here right around 10:10.
He gonna be here when Q here.
Yeah, I'm gonna holler at Q a little
I
later.
expect that out of Eagles, man. I ain't gonna lie. I've been seeing some scary shit from Eagles fans over the last couple of days.
Is that
and
right?
Metro included.
Hey man, look, on paper the NFC South is the weakest division, but after this week, it looked like the NFC East the weakest division, bro. Y'all, both of y'all niggas went one and done, bro.
All right,
That's
well,
trash.
let's get into it.
Stop it.
Because that was not the beginning of the show. But
It's just for y'all.
y'all jumped on Spike, bro. Mom, y'all walked in.
I love it
Damn.
though. I'm here for that. I knew it was coming when people called me. People called me a couple of days ago. I knew it was coming.
This is the place where sports opinions collide. Dead in sports. I'm your host, Kenneth B. Ince. Joining me on the show, we have FIFO.
What it do, man?
We have Spike.
Yes, sir. What up, though?
This man somehow got stuck in traffic.
He in Philly. He trying to make
It makes
trying
sense.
to make his
though.
way down.
It
man.
makes sense. All the shit that we've been talking. I ain't gonna lie. It hurt. That Dallas loss hurt. But seeing them lose and me and you being proven right, Ken, about Jalen Hurts, because we've been saying it all season, and now people are starting to finally realize it felt good.
Yeah, well, Shelton didn't show up like the Eagles didn't show up, but he'll be here late. But he's somehow managing to find his way here. But we have a guest tonight, Jamal, right? Jamal, welcome to the show.
Appreciate you guys.
Wearing Lions gear.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
Okay.
He a Detroit player,
It's
man.
a great time right now.
You from Detroit?
For Michigan football. Yeah.
You from Detroit?
Well, we got another Detroit native
Hey,
in the back
I
too.
showed him the B ski mask grant.
So yeah. So yeah, we gonna keep this thing going. So I think before we get into we had some breaking news. So before we get into the rundown, I wanted to go ahead and mention that Tomlin walked off the podium last night after a question about his contract. He had one year left on his contract. They just took a L to the Bills, and he just walked off. But it is reported now that he's coming back. The Steelers wanted him back. The report dropped in December of last year, though they wanted to sign him to an extension. Yet people are always trying to get rid of the man and call for his job and this, that, and the other. And
Where Nick at? 'Cause you know that's what Nick want.
well, Nick isn't here right now. But Nick has a bit of a
We ain't got no video or none from Nick.
Oh, we got one. Okay. We got one, but I don't think it's about that.
Man.
Yeah. Nah, we're gonna get into that too. But yeah, so Spike's Tomlin's coming back. Any quick thoughts on that before we get into?
It's expected. You know, we know how the Steelers organization rolls. What in their history would they have 3 head coaches total, 4 head coaches, something like that, something
40 years?
ridiculous like that. So we know what it is. They're gonna let Tomlin play out his contract. If he gets an extension, cool. But let's be honest. Let's put realistic expectations. With that team being as mediocre as it is, and the AFC North being arguably the strongest division in football, the fuck is he gonna do? Because when Burrow come back 100% healthy, you think you gonna win with Kenny Pickett in that division? Like, come on. So let's put some realistic expectations. Tomlin is a great head coach, never had a losing season, which boggles my mind. But at the end of the day, is the expectation for him to win a championship? If that's the case, then get him out of there.
Okay, if you fire him, what direction do you go in? Because what's available?
Great question.
What's available is plug and play. Even the Belichick. How much time you got with a Belichick? How much time do you have with a Pete Carroll? So if you were to go another direction,
You're not going to find a better football coach than Mike Tomlin.
I understand that, but then why prolong the rebuild? Trade
I don't think
Minka,
it's-
trade.
I don't think it's
TJ.
prolonged though. I think it's them putting confidence in Tomlin and being like, these are the assets that we're going to give you based off your coaching abilities. We expect you to reach these points.
So what is the expectation? You as
A winning season every year
so you don't care about the Super Bowl?
for the Steelers.
Don't they have the most Super Bowls in NFL history?
They tied
So
with San Francisco.
Yeah, before them joints came like in the 70s, bro.
I understand.
Three.
But they've won in the modern era. They won with
They won like 2 in the modern era.
Big Ben got one.
Big Man got 1.
He got one. They lost one.
Cowboys got 1, retired. Tomlin got 1. They got 2.
so they got 2.
Yeah, before them joints that people keep counting came in the
They
past.
got six. They got 6 Super Bowls.
6 Super Bowls. But what Ken, all I'm saying is the expectation.
And Ben got 2.
As an organization.
One with Tomlin, one with Cowboys.
Is to win. And all I'm saying is when you look at the roster, fuck the roster. When you look at the quarterback, you're not competing in that
That
division.
ain't Mike Tomlin's job though. My job is to coach the people that y'all put on the field for me. Mike Tomlin is not the GM, bro. Like why do I have to answer for this nigga who's doing an inadequate job at giving me the players that I need to make this better? Like I know Mike Tomlin may have liked Kenny Pickett, but I'm not the nigga that make the decisions, bro. I'm the coach.
I get
I'm
all
the
that.
one that's gonna
But-
be like, oh, if they get on the field, y'all gonna do this job for me, and I'm gonna
But
make sure
as a
y'all do it
coach-
well.
but as
And
a
he been
coach-
doing that well for 15
But
years.
as a coach, you have, even though you don't have final say, you have a say as to who I would like and who I would want.
Right.
And all I'm saying is when you look at that division, right, the best quarterback in that division arguably is either Lamar or Joe Burrow, or you could put them tied, whatever you want to do. But they're 1 and 2. However you want to put them, that's up to you. Then we know is Deshaun Watson. And then it's whoever the hell the Steelers got.
Right.
You can't.
But why is that Mike Tomlin's fault though?
I'm not saying.
Why do
it's
I
his
gotta
fault.
lose my job for that?
No. I'm not saying it's his fault. What I'm saying is the report says that the Steelers want to sign him to an extension. Correct?
Yeah, they're going to bring him back.
So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is if the expectation at some point is to win a Super Bowl, since Big Ben, we have not had the quarterback to help us get there. And I'm not saying that that's Tomlin's fault. What I'm saying is what is the real expectation for Mike Tomlin? Because with 3 quarterbacks of that ilk, what is the expectation? Because realistically, it's not the it's not even the playoffs.
That ain't his fault though?
But what's the expectation?
If anything, that organization is failing him, right?
But what's the expectation?
A Super Bowl, right?
that's
Because
what
I have a coach who's shown over the last 17 years, I think, that he doesn't have a losing season. So I know that you can coach. I know that you can gather guys up and get them to go out and play on Sunday afternoons. The GM's job is to make sure that we find gems in the draft, in free agency, to help you as a coach get to the higher point than you've been getting to. And the GM, I don't know if it's been the same one over the past 17 years or what, he ain't been doing his job. And a lot of people try to put the blame on Mike Tomlin. It's not Mike Tomlin's fault. All he does is go out and coach the team every week. And we've seen for the past however many years that means a winning season. So if the GM can't be like, oh, I'm going to put these players in position where you're going to win football games and we should have Super Bowl expectations, that ain't on Mike Tomlin. That's on the GM. That's on the ownership. Like a lot of people are coming for his head and being like, oh, he's been mediocre over the last couple of years. He's not been mediocre, bro. He's been doing his job above and beyond.
do you think he coaches above the talent that he has?
100%.
Yes, absolutely.
And from a coach standpoint,
That's
like
all you can ask him to
That's
do.
all you can ask him really to
I
do.
agree. Same page. So why am I on the chopping block? Why are people like Colin Cowherd or Shannon Sharp, why are they coming to my job? Because every year, all I've proven to do is you give me what you tell me you're going to give me as a GM. All right, this is the people I got. Boom. We're going to win 10 games. We're going to win 9 games. Every year for the past decade plus. There should be no question about this dude's coaching ability or his job.
I don't have any questions about his coaching ability. I'm one of the people on this panel that always talks highly about Mike Tomlin and being able to win and coach above the talent level that he has, right? All I'm saying is he's done an amazing job. But sometimes the voice in the room can get a bit stale. And I'm not saying that that's what's happening, but what I'm saying is that they've gotten rid of all types of OCs, DCs, players, and yeah, they're winning, but they're not winning a Super Bowl. And I'm not saying it's Tomlin's fault. It is partly the GM, but let's give this otherworldly head coach a true opportunity to win something.
I don't think that they have, like, there's no better option, bro.
There is. Look, right.
So who would you take?
Who?
Oh no, not that coach. No. I want Tomlin. I want Tomlin. My indictment with the Steelers is not Tomlin. Like I said,
You want them to tear it down.
either
and
tear it
restart.
down or my thing is this, right? Because the defense is all for his 17 years that he's been there, he's always had one of the best defenses in the league. Not always number one, not always top five, but those guys
15.
play.
Top 15, yeah.
Those guys play, regardless if it was Dick LeBeau or not, as the DC, right? So we know that. My thing is, and now they have actually weapons on the outside. I like their tight end fire move. I like Pickens. I like Johnson, the wide receiver.
They just don't got a
They
quarterback.
don't have a quarterback. So what I'm saying is there are questionable quarterbacks out there, right, that are imbalanced.
You can take that.
You want Kenny?
I don't care. I don't give a fuck what they give for him. They can take that tomorrow.
So like to me, right, like a Russell Wilson is an improvement. I'm not saying he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback at this point in his career, but he's an improvement over Kenny Pickett.
It gives
Justin
Tomlin a better
Fields.
chance.
But I think that put way more pressure on them by bringing a guy in like Russell Wilson, where he just had
Or that.
or Dak.
Put that.
That's Russell Wilson expectations the last 2 years has kind of been unfair. And to put him in the same scenario, because that's really what it would be, the same scenario that he was
But
just in.
anywhere he goes is
I
going to be
don't know
that
if I agree
scenario.
with that because Russ got to perform though, bro. You've been making this campaign over the last couple of years in Seattle that you this Hall of Fame quarterback.
Which he is.
And the reason that you guys didn't win a second Super Bowl is because we gave the ball to, we didn't
Run the
give the ball to Marshawn Lynch. We threw the ball and we put all our trust in you. That's on Russell. Like, you got to prove me wrong with that.
He
That
should've checked
throws
out
on
on-
Russ, or is that throw on Pete Carroll?
Nah, it's on Russ.
How is that on Russ?
You threw the interception, bro.
That was a hell of a break on the
quarterback,
play.
bro.
That's a hell of a break on the play. And
Russ
Sorry,
done.
could adjust
you the
that.
quarterback, bro. I just called the plays. You the quarterback.
So also, I said this when it happened. It showed how light in the ass Tyler Lockett was. You put DK on that fucking,
He would've caught
he
that.
go fucking destroy his shoulder.
I agree with you there.
You-
but still, Russ still threw the interception.
I'm not saying that
That
Ross.
interception was a.
It was.
It was.
And I'm not
That's
putting
the greatness of Bill Belichick too, because
Yeah,
Bill
absolutely.
told him.
100%.
Yeah,
Like, bro,
absolutely.
this
They
is
said
coming.
it was
Yeah.
coming.
Be expecting this, and when it do come, intercept the motherfucker.
Russ done. Just leave Russ where he at.
I mean,
Russ gonna
play another year.
Russ
He
gonna
gonna
go to
play
like
some
Tennessee.
more years, Ken.
He gonna go to like Tennessee or something like
he's
that.
still
And they
a
gonna
top
love it.
15, top 16 type of guy.
You being generous.
He top 20.
That ain't saying a lot.
That ain't
Would you
saying a
rather-
lot.
That ain't
so-
saying a lot. It's
Would you
it's
rather
probably
have-
it's probably 11 good quarterbacks in the league right now. That's it. And Russ ain't one of them.
No, 100%.
Yeah, he's
Russ ain't one
in the middle of the pack for sure.
Yeah, he definitely not.
But you'd
one of
rather
them.
have him over Tannehill, right?
Yeah.
Tannehill been done.
Yeah.
What's the coach in Tennessee? Made him look good. He convinced people that Vrabel convinced people that Tannehill was actually a good
What about
quarterback.
the Raiders quarterback?
Hell no.
I don't even know who the Raiders quarterback.
Well, there's one guy named Aiden O'Connell.
I remember
So
the
he
guy
out of here, and then
drafted
there was Jimmy G. So we know, he out of here.
It's a wrap.
I'd rather take Russell than Jimmy G. Russ is better than Jimmy G.
True.
The only difference is
But I'm not.
Jimmy G
But
ain't
again,
really gonna
that
lose
nigga
you
will have
no
to
game.
fall in my lap though. Pause. I'm not. I'm not spending no picks. I'm not giving him no extra money. Like, it would have to be, hey, bro, I want to play for the Raiders. Will y'all take me on y'all team? That would be the reason that I took Russell Westbrook.
Bro, there's going to be teams with interest on Russell Wilson.
the place I don't want him to go to
Where
is
that?
Atlanta. I feel
Oh,
like
hell
I
no.
think that would be good.
But see, I feel like it'll be too much pressure.
That'd be good.
Russ in Atlanta?
Because
Absolutely
they do
not,
need
bro.
a
They get a
veteran
good
quarterback.
coach.
They do need a veteran quarterback. I just think Atlanta is just too much for him. Then you got the future thing going on.
Yeah.
like that's
You
just
talking
too
about
much.
the outside?
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
The outside
He don't
pressure
seem
is
like
too much.
He don't seem like a guy who can balance all of that. Like,
Free bands game gonna be. They gonna
yeah,
be pressing
every
Russ.
game.
They gonna be
every
pressing
home
Russ.
game, they playing future every home game. Like he don't want that.
Shelton should be walking
Stay
in.
away from that.
I respect that.
Oh man.
Come on, Shelton. You was almost
I think
time,
with
bro.
the Falcons, I've been saying this. I think they need to trade everything that's not named Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, and Drake London, and go for the number 1 pick that the Bears
Ooh,
got.
just need a better coach.
I say you do trade Pitts.
They just need a better coach. I would even. I'm
Pitts will give
agreeing
you
with
the
my man.
most.
All I'm saying is, go get the number 1 pick. Just go get go get who the USC nigga? You know I'm bad with names. Caleb Williams. Go get him. You know what I'm saying? Because there's expectation, but it's not Super Bowl expectation.
You, bro. That nigga can't. He ain't ready for Atlanta. That nigga right there that told me he wanted to go curl up and watch Netflix movies with his dog or whatever it may be when he lost the game. He ain't ready for Atlanta. Bro.
But you know what though?
He ain't ready for that.
He is, because if he only goes home and he's not in these streets, he's gonna be all right.
Now how
He gonna
impossible
be in
is
these streets,
that?
bro. Like this
All
nigga
it
gonna
take
be
is
at Blue
one
Flame,
visit to
Magic
right.
City,
Exactly. He wide
Smokers, all that shit. Like, bro, niggas gonna be wondering what's wrong. What's wrong with Caleb Williams? Like, Ray been in the club every night. Nigga, he been with 2 Chainz. He been with the Migos. He been with Future. He been with all them niggas. Like, no, this ain't the. This is not the spot for Caleb Williams. That nigga need to go to like Minnesota.
Somewhere safe.
Yeah, like the A is not the place for Caleb Williams, bro. Not at all.
Well, let me ask you this, and we're gonna get it because Shelton should be pulling in and walking in the door any second now.
Wait.
So, but we could jump into one thing before we get into the actual game. Is Philadelphia the place for Nick Sirianni? Shit-Rianni.
Wow, that's what they calling him, or that's what you calling him?
That's what I heard in the streets, bro.
That's what you heard in the streets. Okay.
Did you
heard
make
in
that
the
up?
streets.
Are they
We're talking about a team that started 10-1. We had to hear about it every damn week.
the record that matters, Ken?
Yeah.
The
Record's the only thing that
Yeah,
matters.
the record's the only
We
thing
had
that
to hear
matters.
less of that as they went into a free fall to finish the season.
Right on time.
Yes. Right on time. Yes.
Where the green?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where the green and black at?
Come on, yellow. Where the Eagles at? You got a sock tail on yellow.
Oh, man.
Why you got yellow on? Where the green at? Where the Eagles at? Where the Eagles at? Yeah. I want you to sit next to me, bro. You might leave early. We've been waiting on you.
Man, we've been trying
Fuck
to
that
fill
traffic.
time and
Fuck
everything.
that traffic. We've been waiting on you.
Oh, yeah, we saw it. We watched it. Thought it was live. We-
We got to be talking about the Dallas game. And who made this title? Jalen, who made this title? Because I'm like, okay, now the Slanders got to stop.
Well, I'll get to the title, but Shelton just walk in. Hold on, because they won't hear it yet. So we gotta fix the mic real quick with Shelton. Now that Shelton's on the air real quick. Hold on just a second. Give the people a second. You know.
I had to meet my people at the airport, man.
You know, we were fine. Y'all know it. You know, we kind of got to a good situation.
I know that's all you've been talking about. He didn't have nothing to say on Sunday. I didn't hear a peep from this. Not a peep. He do not disturb. Like, what is this dude?
I was trying to save him because I knew what was gonna happen. You just stay here with me.
Hey, BZ, I got you another
Oh,
Detroit
Lord.
player. Look.
Oh, man.
I got you another Detroit player. Y'all out here strong, man.
Oh, man.
It was good, bro. Damn, y'all was over there cripping and blooding. Y'all was cripping and blooding.
I look back and I picked Detroit. I did. Yeah. It's lined up.
mics. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was telling them I knew you was gonna be late because driving from Philly was, a long way. You know what I'm saying? So I already knew. So.
I had to go with Jalen pack up. So he had to go.
Mm-hmm.
Pack up for the summer. I can't even hear Spike. Because like I said, when I reached out to give my condolences Sunday, he didn't pick up no phone, just nothing.
Hey, I called. He picked up for me, man. I had to check on him, man. I wasn't checking on you because I told you, man, you rolled me into that ego shit, and I believed y'all for a little bit, but then I had to throw y'all back in the trash, and you saw what happened. I had to throw y'all back in the trash, bro.
I never felt as satisfied as when I seen y'all lose that game because me and Ken every week been standing up here saying the same shit.
And you've been wrong the same time every week.
Nah.
Still wrong.
How they still? You home? Well, my bad. They in Jamaica with.
I felt so satisfied. I've been saying this shit all season.
You've been saying a lot of things all season because I know.
I've been right.
You've been saying a lot of things all season.
I've been right.
Mr. MVP, you said McCarthy, you said Jerry Jones. I heard, wasn't Jerry Jones the greatest GM last week? Last week, Jerry Jones was the greatest GM. Now he's saying he was Jerry Jones wasn't in the building. I heard that. I just heard
talk about that already. I didn't say
No, I heard that's what I was listening. I was like, man, he just said he's the greatest last week.
I didn't say he was bad.
It feel bad, man.
Jerry Jones is doing his job. He's the owner of the team. His job is to make that team more all the publicity that they're getting to be the number one ranked team in Forbes and all this shit. That's his job. His job ain't a football.
He got two hats though. He the GM too.
Yes, the GM. You're right.
Yeah.
And he shares that hat with his son and whatever it may be. But I couldn't sit here and say, as a Dallas Cowboys fan, that I'm unsatisfied with the roster that he's put on the field for the last couple of years. We got DeMarcus Lawrence, we got Micah Parsons, we got CeeDee Lamb, we got Dak, third round pick, Tyron Smith. The majority of the picks that they've made have been good. It's just the person who's managing this shit.
Who's that?
Coaches. Coaches. McCarthy,
Jason Garrett.
Jason Garrett. All of those people, those shouldn't have been the people that should have had this talent at their expense and been able to win games.
Hey man, I'll tell you what. I was watching that Will Smith episode when his dad came to town.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying, "Why you gonna love him?" I was thinking he was gonna come take him with him. That's how Dallas Cowboys fans feel every freaking year for 28 years. They felt this is the year every year.
Tell me that.
They lost the Super Bowl last year, which Dallas had sniffed.
And now y'all talking about firing y'all coach.
Yeah.
The epitome of the slums. You're in the Super Bowl one year.
Same conversation.
No.
He just said fire his coach.
Super Bowl one
They
year.
mirror.
The next year we talking about firing our coaches.
We mirror
You're a trash, project ass franchise.
We mirroring y'all. Everything you say, you could be saying about Dallas.
No, not at all. Cause y'all fired.
Well, yeah, y'all didn't make it to the Super Bowl in a long time. But
what's the man name that went to Jacksonville?
Peterson,
Y'all fired him.
Andy Reid fired him too.
Yeah, y'all fired him.
Mm-hmm.
Philly thinks that they are a lot better of a franchise than they are. So they fire their coaches, they try to move on and hire you.
Let me ask you
Coming
this.
from a Dallas fan.
Spike, let me ask you this. In the last 10 to 15 years, who's been a better franchise, the Eagles or the Cowboys? Can you say that? How many conference?
Why would I say?
Because how many conference championship games have you been to or Super Bowls in the last 15?
Probably the same like they.
No,
Because
they've been
you're
way
playing.
more.
Because of your playoff.
More Super Bowl and more conference championships.
But if I'm willing to disregard my Super Bowl winning coach a year after he went to the Super Bowl,
It don't matter.
what does that say about my franchise?
It don't matter. That don't matter.
That's not the question. The question.
They went, and then they got back with the.
Y'all are talking about firing a person that you put in the top 5 coaches. Yeah. You said Nick Sirianni
Yeah,
was the top 5 coach.
I did. Based off what I seen on the field, I thought that's what he was. Yes.
That's unacceptable as far as somebody being like, oh man, we're gonna move
can never
forward and
represent
we're gonna
himself in
fire.
court.
We're gonna fire the top.
I was saying I was
We're
wrong.
going to
That's not
fire
what I
a top
said.
5 coach.
Yeah, I said I was wrong.
Stop it.
I said he was top 5,
So
and I
you
was
ready
wrong.
for him to go?
I think probably if the team is looking like this and they done turn on him like this, then yeah.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
Shelton.
If you lose
that
your,
is insane.
if you lose the room, FIFO,
That
you've been
shit-
in management
the
for a
Jets
long
do
time.
shit like
if
that.
you lose your staff,
The Jets do shit like that.
And that's what you think
The
happened?
Panthers do
Yeah.
shit like that.
yes,
The Saints do shit like
everybody do that. If you
Nah.
lose, if you lose
that.
the
Not good
room,
franchises.
if you lose the room, then you have no control. There's no way
Is that right?
we got to part ways. We have
Okay.
to.
You know what parted ways though.
What's that?
Give it to him. Give it to him, Ken. Paul.
Ken can't give it to me because Ken sat up here was quiet while you was talking
ways,
about
bro.
Dallas. He ain't said nothing
Hey, bro,
about
we ain't got
Dallas.
to
What you
Dallas
thought?
yet.
Oh, we gonna
We
get to
ain't got
Dallas. We're gonna
yet,
start with
bro.
the Eagles.
We ain't got to Dallas yet. Yeah.
It was a rough ride down the stretch.
Woo. Yeah. Well, you know, the title, Shelton, is Philadelphia Eagles.
Why is that the title?
Tush pushed out of the playoffs?
Why wouldn't the title be something about Dallas? Have you had a Dallas title this year, slandering Dallas? I've noticed that 3 of the titles have been about Philly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And how many
Absolutely.
Dallas titles?
We all know what Dallas
They're
is.
America's team,
We all
right?
we all know what everybody.
That's the best franchise, right?
Everybody sitting here knows exactly what Dallas is year in and year out.
And what is Dallas?
Except him.
He's a fan. He's delusional.
Yeah, I'm delusional.
All right, so
There
I
you
just
go.
wanted to.
So why I don't
We
get
know
the
that.
same
Part of being a
pass?
fan is being
But
Why
delusional,
you would
right?
give him a pass but not me a pass?
Because
No, not the hell.
first of all,
no.
you're a
Hell
Feagle.
no.
You're a fake Eagles fan. How about we start there?
First of all, you like the Carolina Panthers.
Second of all, you were crossing over into delusional territory with Spike. Because we tried to tell the way you were acting about the Eagles is how they act every goddamn year.
I'm gonna keep acting. I still think he's gonna come back.
That's true.
Oh,
get to
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Jesus Christ.
We'll be back.
Jesus Christ.
With a new coach, huh?
So what happened?
Belichick, huh?
What happened?
It was
nigga
ugly
said
from
Belichick,
top
that's
to bottom.
crazy.
You can take a name out of the hat and whatever name come out is the reason why they lost. Down the stretch.
Where do we want to
period.
start? Because I know we were starting with Sirianni.
Yeah, you start with the head of the snake, and you start with Sirianni, and you can start with Jalen Hurts, my favorite.
The guy that
That's
took him to the
my
Super Bowl.
favorite player.
Whoa,
You can start there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The dude that you said was a top 5 quarterback,
I still
you
say
started
that.
with him?
I still say that. I didn't say he wasn't what he was. I'm saying he's the reason why they're in the position they're in. Part of it, yes.
But when,
That don't change.
But when we were asking you all
That
season,
don't change. And I said the same thing. I had him third, and I still have him third.
we asked you all
You have who
season.
third?
I had Jalen Hurts third at the beginning
He's
of
the
the season.
third best quarterback in the league.
He-
Still?
to me, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's my opinion.
This motherfucker gonna say to me.
Yes.
That's
to me.
crazy. That's
To me.
crazy.
I can give you 10, top 10.
Bro, Dak
I
Prescott
give you
could be the number
16.
one quarterback to you.
I give
and the
you
shit would still be wrong.
He was this year. Till the playoffs started.
That nigga just
Right?
Everybody in that world know. Jalen Hurts,
You
know
said it
he is
last
the third
week.
best quarterback in the league.
I did, but I
Oh, so you can go. Oh, so wait, you walk yours back, but I can't walk mine
I've
back.
never said that Dak was one of the best quarterbacks.
You said Dak was last week was
I said he's in
MVP.
the MVP conversation.
No,
based
that
off
ain't
his
what you
stats.
said. You said he was better than Lamar.
I
said-
want to
We
know.
just played the clip.
I want to know why the third best quarterback in the league started running around like a goddamn Harlem Globetrotter and caused the safety after he made a really decent throw to get it to 3rd and 6 after Kenneth Gainwell did the most idiotic thing by doing the same thing by running back, costing him the yards.
Man.
Jalen made a good throw to Goddard on the sideline right there, hit him
Nah,
3rd and 6.
I'm
And then he decides to run all the way back into the end zone.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000. He's not. He didn't prove to be the third best this year, and part of that was because he didn't live up to the expectations. And the thing that I state, my biggest thing about him is always leadership. Correct. And in saying
Because the
that,
damn sure in his play.
No,
Is
no,
that too?
No, hell no.
Is that
ain't
not
your
what I'll
biggest
say?
Thing about him
What is my
leadership.
biggest thing about
You
him?
said he was the dude. You was talking
Ken,
about him.
Shelton always
Oklahoma
tries to
and
hide behind
Alabama
leadership.
and
When
how
Shelton
he
ain't got
led
shit
men.
else to go, he talk about leadership in the locker room and this, that, and another.
Bro. You
He
said
talk about the intangibles.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
You said
what he
that.
does,
You
so.
because
said
that's what's
that.
important. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I said that was my thing. And the
says
fact
it.
that the
don't
locker
mean
room was
shit, but he
lost.
says it.
No, it's true. The fact that the locker room was lost, his strongest suit did not show its head when it needed to show. You got through this gauntlet of games. Everybody was talking about how they was going to go 2-4 in that gauntlet stretch. They went 4-2. But after that is when they fell off the wagon, and I don't know what happened. I can't tell you what happened.
I tell you what happened. They had a running back, a quarterback. That's the fucking problem. They had a nigga that couldn't.
That running back
quarterback.
That running back has made it
Let's
further
play
than yours.
devil's advocate.
Okay.
Right now, today,
All right.
would you rather have Hurts or Prescott?
Dak is a better quarterback.
Here we go.
I'm asking you.
Dak is a better
So
quarterback.
Yeah,
you would
Hurts
rather have
too quarterbacky for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would rather have Dak than Jalen.
And that's why he's
That ain't saying a lot.
That ain't a question.
Wait.
That ain't
I
a
want to be
question.
very
would you
clear.
rather have? I wanna hear it.
I want to be very
Jalen
clear.
Hurts,
though,
without a doubt, ain't a question. That ain't even
Jalen Hurts?
That ain't even a
about you,
quiz.
Brady?
We've seen Jalen Hurts
Dude don't
produce.
even know how to play.
Who would I
quarterback.
rather have right now?
Right now.
I always say it depends on the roster, but I think the better quarterback, better thrower of the football is Dak.
You can have all that. But once again, we talk about which one performs better under pressure.
I mean, in all honesty, it's like asking me if I want to lose a right
both
foot or a
are
left
shot.
foot, and I'd rather keep both.
I agree with
So I'd rather lose neither.
I agree with Ken.
I'd rather lose neither one.
So y'all
I
saying
don't want
y'all
either one of
proving-
them niggas.
y'all-
If we being honest, like if we being honest,
Y'all
I don't
prove what
want
that
either
lady
one of them.
said that Dak is more quarterbacky is what y'all both are just saying just now.
I think they saying he's the more
That ain't
prototypical
even
quarterback.
arguable though.
so that what the lady said is right. So all that laughing
I
we
don't know
did
nothing
about the
about that
lady.
bitch. I don't know
I think
nothing
it's
about her.
easier to build the team around Dak. The reason being is the build the team around Jalen Hurts, it has to be run first, option based, RPO based. Where with Dak, it's like get him a number one, get him a couple of guys that can catch, a couple of guys that can block, a running back. Like you could win more games with that. It takes less to win more games with Dak than it
In the
would
playoffs?
with Jalen.
Yes.
Y'all niggas won the same
Yes.
amount this
Yes.
year.
Yes.
Y'all
This
won y'all zero.
Yes.
Y'all went 1-1.
In the playoffs, whatever you want to
Yeah,
put it
1-1.
in. Yes.
1-1. Yeah, they're pretty evenly matched. The teams
No, they're not.
are.
No, they're not.
Philly's better, but
I mean, you saw. I think one of the things you saw was that when, and this is the thing I have with Jalen, you know, and I've said this before, and I'm gonna go back to the college when he was at Alabama, when he has everything there, he gets overrated.
Yep.
He gets overrated, and when he has loaded teams, you start taking that shit away. You know, you see what he actually is.
What can you do?
Average to below average quarterback.
What can
And as
you
soon
do?
as those pieces started coming off the board, as soon as A.J. Brown was like, nah, I'm out, fuck all y'all,
Yep.
and didn't do anything,
what y'all think AJ
Okay,
Brown's
so-
mad at? Oh, go ahead.
And we just comparing the two. Have Dak ever had a playoff performance like Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl?
I think
You
that
talking about
Super Bowl
You talking about the
performance
Super
is
Bowl where he
overrated.
fumbled to lose the game?
Absolutely. The totality of the
that
game.
No, they don't. They try to ignore that part. They act
I've
like
never seen
I'm not
Dak
ignoring
Prescott
it.
play
I'm
to that
asking
level.
you.
Dak Prescott never made it
The
to the
reason
Super
that they
Bowl.
lost.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait.
just the whole playoff run.
The reason they lost that Super Bowl is because he fumbled the football, right?
Yeah.
So
You
you're
think
asking
so?
me, has he ever had a performance like that where he lost the game? for
No,
his
I'm
team?
asking you.
Yeah, Dak has done that.
If we looked at the game, he played a hell of a game.
He did.
Yeah, one of the greatest Super Bowl performances in losing effort you'll ever see.
That's a stretch.
Yeah,
Not one of the greatest.
We can
Super
Have
Bowl
you ever
performances ever.
seen Dak
He
Prescott?
kept,
We
he
can look it
kept
up.
his team in the game.
We can look it up.
He just so happened to be playing against the one of the best quarterbacks ever.
Ever.
Correct.
Absolutely.
So he
Correct.
can't make mistakes. And he made a mistake. He fumbled the ball, and that was the reason that they lost the game. That was the reason he lost his job in Alabama. That's the reason that we don't consider him a top quarterback. Because in big positions, he don't perform. He don't do what he's supposed to
But
do.
he did perform.
Yeah, I can do that shit in
He
week
had a fumble.
13. I can do that shit in week 15.
He didn't
I can
perform
throw-
last night.
So
He didn't
so
perform.
so
That was
so
the game.
so to answer
So,
that
to
after
your point, no.
no to your point.
Him and Dak are the same. That
So
one
so let's
no,
talk.
no,
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 let's
not
talk
even.
about that game after the fumble. So you saying
Bro, they
he fell
lost
off
the game.
No. Answer the
fumble
question.
lost them the game.
After the fumble, how did he play? Because according to what you
I don't
said,
care.
he nutted
After
up.
the fumble, they lost the game.
No, here's the difference, right? Like Jalen Hurts did play a good game. You keep saying the greatest game in a losing effort. I don't necessarily.
Bullshit.
Let's
believe
look it
that.
up.
Bullshit.
But he played a really good game, even
The
after
fumble
the fumble.
lost him the game.
Hold on,
Yes or no?
But Spike, hold on, because I'm gonna get to you, my guy. Jalen Hurts played a good game after the fumble. The fumble did cost him. It was costly.
Man, that was
And-
last year,
No,
y'all.
Let's
Let's
wait,
talk
hold
about
on.
this.
Again, I got you. I'm gonna bring it back around. Jalen Hurts played a good game, right? The fumble hurt because they scored off of that fumble. The difference between
and they lost by that touchdown.
The difference with Dak Prescott is that the numbers are inflated, overrated, just like a lot like Jalen Hurts, because that game was over at 27-0. That game was over at 48-17. And what Dak finished the game with like 400 some yards. The game was only 16 points away. And if you did not watch the game and just saw the stats, the next one you'd be like, oh, well, damn. You know what? It maybe wasn't that bad. Let me look at the stats. Oh, well, damn.
Hey,
Dak did a little something.
Real quick.
That shit is empty as fuck.
Real quick. The reason that we lost that game is because of Dak Prescott. The reason the Eagles lost that game in the Super Bowl is because of Jalen Hurts.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't blame the
Same thing.
I wouldn't blame the
Same
entire
thing, bro.
loss on Dak. Your defense didn't play well.
Yep.
Y'all couldn't check anybody.
Couldn't stop the run.
No.
And then when Jordan Love was throwing balls, bro, the wide receiver, there was
Wide
nobody
open.
near him.
Facts.
There was nobody near him. What can Dak do for that?
But look, that's true. You guys are right. However, if you have a quarterback that you're paying like you're paying Dak, you got to go out and say, all right, my defense can't stop nobody. I'm going to go put up points.
He put up 32 of them.
What? How about
36 of them.
After we were down 27-0, nigga.
But by what you're saying, he did his job.
He
By
didn't.
what you're saying, he did the job.
He didn't do his job because
Why not?
Because you put us down.
400 yards? You don't pay that man $60 million to throw 400 yards? How many interceptions he had?
That's when niggas are playing. That's when niggas are playing prevent defense. I don't need you to go score whatever many points and put up 400 yards when you're already down 27 points. When you down 14 points, you got to be the nigga to be like, okay, I can score with you guys every step of the way. And Dak didn't prove himself to be able to do that.
Let me ask you this, though, Spike. At the end of the day, the man is due $59.5 million next year.
Hell no.
You cannot cut him.
Nope.
Because
gotta
the dead
the
cap
question,
space is ridiculous. I don't know who would trade for.
I don't give a
what
fuck.
the fuck is you
No,
doing?
get
And at
him
the
outta
end of the
here.
day, Dallas is in a win now situation. You move on from Dak. That means you got to trade a lot of other niggas.
You don't get rid of that.
Yeah, I'm just speaking as a fan.
Here's
now,
my
but-
thing. As the GM, Jerry Jones, what they should do is take the ball out of his hands and go get a running back.
100%. 100%. Once again, them teams mirrored, and you're absolutely right. What happened was both of them went away from the running game completely. There's no running from either team, and running is the basis of both those offenses to make it work. Yeah, Dak can throw the ball like you like to say, but still it starts with the run. You take away a true running back, which Tony Pollard is a good change of pace back, but he is not a number one lead back. He's just not. Didn't prove to be. You add a running back in that situation, we talking a whole different
They damn
thing.
sure thought he was a number one guy last year.
They did, but
They
we
did.
all
I
knew
told
that
him
that
it
was-
was. I knew that.
Yeah,
we knew that in sports knew that wasn't. the truth.
we all
Not all of
agree.
us did.
I said
Well,
it.
it did.
Shelton, you know,
It wasn't me.
As a
The
Cowboys
delusional
fan, I
fans.
said
Because
it
I
too.
agree.
But Shelton, and talking about the run game,
Bro, Derrick Henry ain't gonna change shit. I don't know why people keep saying
I think
that.
Derrick Henry would have helped
he
them.
too
I think he
old.
would have helped them.
Jerry
I think he
Henry would
would've helped
definitely
them.
No, he
change
won't.
things.
No, he won't.
I think it would have helped.
Derrick Henry turning into Najee Harris, bro.
Yeah,
Don't
but
do that.
like the game against was it Miami
Nah, it's
where he
the
got
bottom of the barrel.
where they was on the one and he got turned around. Tony Pollard, Derrick Henry scoring that. Like when you get down to the red zone, that's automatic.
Yeah, even if Derrick Henry ain't King Henry no more, we know in situational football, he's
And he a threat.
How much
Play
you
action
paying
pass
for
that?
to
Yeah,
CD
like-
all day.
I
That's
think the thing is that he just want too much money to be
where he's
just
at now in his career.
you can't.
I
Yeah, you
agree.
can't.
to
You can't
be
put him
just
there.
Derrick Henry. I can't pay you that.
Here's
much
the
money.
thing with that game, because we can find a running back. You can put a running back there.
It's not that simple, but
that running back ain't the one that threw that interception
100.
on
Absolutely.
that slant. That was a hell of a play by Jair Alexander.
It was. Ooh.
to snatch that ball.
And I told you.
But
I told you about
you
that.
know,
right?
Dak threw that. Dak was also the one that threw that dumbass pick six to Darnell Savage, trying to force feed the ball to CeeDee Lamb.
He gets rattled too.
And I know, I think I said this in one of the recaps. As soon as I saw them two beefing early in the
CD
game, down
and
7-0,
Yeah.
the game just started, and CD and Dak going at it. It was at that point. There's a disconnect.
So you would say he threw how many passes?
I say he threw too many, and that resulted in the 14 points for the
So
Packers.
he averaged about 28 to 30?
I think he threw like damn near 60, 48, some passes.
Yeah, he threw a bunch. Yeah, it's a lot.
He threw a
60
bunch.
passes?
Yeah, he threw a bunch. But shit, I mean, it was FIFO said it was empty stats. It didn't amount for nothing. He the one that put him in the hole. You know, so at that point it was 27-0.
It's a lot easier to get rid of Mike McCarthy than it is of that.
Absolutely.
100%.
Like that's just the honest reality of the situation.
But you got to help
like,
him.
Yeah, you got to help him. You got to bring in a coach that can help him be a better quarterback. And I don't think that Mike McCarthy is that coach.
Pause right there. Pause right there. Because we're talking 36, 38 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. We're talking almost 5,000 yards passing. We're talking the highest passer rating of his
better.
career. He got better.
And we're talking about the regular season, though. That shit don't matter, FIFO.
It does matter because that's how you get your contract. It does matter.
It don't.
Look, at the end of the day, you get paid because of what you do in the regular season. You get paid when you make Pro Bowls and MVPs and all of that type of shit.
Until now.
So wait, hold on. So it does matter.
Up until now. I
Spike,
think
it matters.
That's
it
about
matters
to change
for your evaluation.
That's about to change, bro.
No, it's not going to change.
It
hasn't changed. It won't change.
Look,
it's not going to change. Spike, at the end of the day, Spike, at the end of the day is this. What the Dallas Cowboys need is not a coach that's going to get or make Dak better. We've seen that. Dak had an off year last year, bounced back big time this year. It's not about making Dak better. The great coaches have great situational football. And I've talked about it about Mike McCarthy against him, how clock management, plays, questionable plays, formation packages, all of that type of shit all year long. It's not about making Dak better. It's about situational football. It's not about making Justin Herbert better. How do you make that man better? It's about situational football. At this point, we saw 27-0 with a franchise QB. I'm not going to say he's a top 5 QB or nothing like that, but he's a franchise guy. You should be able to win with that. When you have a guy that can throw the ball the way he's thrown the ball, run situationally like he did, you should be a championship contender. And when you go down 27-0, that's not on the quarterback.
All that sounds cute.
That's not wrong.
What was one thing that I think you guys have said throughout the year about this team?
Mike McCarthy.
No, about the Cowboys and their record.
Is inflated based off the points?
By what reason? Because of the quality of teams they beat.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Inferior opponents.
Yes.
And when they played teams with better records, how did they do?
Mm-hmm. They didn't do it on the road. On the road, that's when they didn't show up.
Yep.
Right. So as you look at them during the regular season, they didn't really play like we gotta beat winning teams. Mm-hmm. And they padded their record against teams that were inferior to them
100%
at home.
You know another thing.
So why are we surprised by what happened? And Green Bay came in hot.
Green Bay did come in hot.
Green Bay sucked. We didn't think that they were a good football team.
I think he makes a good point.
Yeah, the thing about
no one thought that Green Bay was a good football team, and that's the reason why someone like Nick would put in the chat, "Oh, this is the biggest upset in history," because we thought that Green Bay sucked.
No, I thought it was a problem for y'all because Green Bay is a physical team.
I was talking about that
y'all
day. Like I was nervous about this matchup, and I thought we were going to lose it.
They want to run the ball, play defense.
Absolutely.
That's always a disaster for a team who don't really want to run the ball.
Well, the thing for me, too, is Aaron Jones has gotten healthy. That's the biggest.
Absolutely. They've all got healthy at the end of the year.
He scored 3 against y'all.
I ain't worried about Aaron Jones. I still think that it was a Mike McCarthy, a Dan Quinn
It was more Dan Quinn than Mike McCarthy, and I'm glad that you said that name. It's more Dan Quinn than Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Because
but that goes all the way back. Wait.
Hold on.
Before you go
let
to
me
it.
get this off. Nigga, with the rest of that squad of yours over there. Look,
before you get into it, I said this at Buffalo.
No, you're not going to overtalk me on this show.
I'm listening.
Micah Parsons came out beginning of the season talking hella cash shit and couldn't write the fucking check.
That's on him.
That man had no pressures. That man had no sacks. He ain't had nothing. And we were talking about him being one of the greatest defensive players in the game right now. Where the fuck was he? Where was that defense? What the hell happened to Stephon Gilmore? How he look like he 50
But wait,
now?
with FIFO, that's not on him though. That's on the coaches.
No, hold on,
Bro.
Let me say that. Hold on, man.
We've seen so
Players
much
gotta
footage.
play.
We've seen so much footage about him getting held and him not getting the calls that he's supposed to get.
The greatest players don't
let me
complain about
finish.
that shit.
Let
They
me-
go
let me
and get
finish.
the play done.
I'm not saying that that's the only thing. I'm saying that that's a part of the reason that we hear his name a lot in the later games. And the reason being is because, he got held, they're running his way. There was a lot of scheming towards Micah Parsons.
Excuses are the children of competence.
Where Dan Quinn, who people calling him an all-world, he needs to be the next head coach candidate. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. He wasn't putting Micah Parsons in the positions to make the right plays.
Oh,
They were running towards him.
Bro.
They were running
Oh,
play
so he
action
got-
towards
he-
him.
so he get
you got
bail.
a second job now.
He get
you
bail.
a bail bondsman? I
he
ain't
get
know,
bail.
bro.
That would it sound like.
Because look.
I'm just telling y'all. I'm just telling y'all. The
Spike,
Micah
you have one of
Parsons.
the greatest defenders. He's a top 5 defender in this
You
league.
think LT got held?
Hell yeah.
And they be trying
All
to
the
say he
time.
LT.
TJ Watt get held
TJ
all
Watt
the
get
time.
held.
They trying to
TJ.
say he's LT. Come on, bro.
Bosa, both of them.
You-
What are you talking about? Look, at the end of the day, Spike, we're talking about an edge rusher.
Right.
We're talking about your
Right.
primary job is to go make that quarterback feel uncomfortable.
All right. If Dan Quinn, his defensive scheme is to whatever he does, 6 defensive backs, and I want to rush Micah Parsons. If his scheme is I'm going to put you in this position to make these plays, and now teams are scheming against that to make these plays, he don't got no win. He don't have a place where he can be like, hey man, put me at the end, put me wherever I need to be to rush the passer. That's not what Micah Parsons does. Am I wrong or am I right?
You wrong.
How?
Come on.
All I know
How?
is they better not hire Dan Quinn as the next coach while y'all talking about getting rid of
Dan
fucking
Quinn done.
Mike
Oh,
McCarthy.
he's gonna get a job somewhere, but
had niggas that weighed 200 pounds out there playing linebacker in the NFL, and that's not gonna work ever. That was one of the biggest problems with the Cowboys this season. They couldn't stop the run, and they had defensive backs playing linebacker. They had defensive backs playing strong safety and coming up into the box where they couldn't stop the run. And all of the games that we lost in those big situations is when we had 2 small guys on the field playing against the run and they couldn't stop it. Every game that we lost, the Bills, this game against whatever game is the Eagles, this latest game that we lost against in the playoffs, Green Bay, though that was the problem. We didn't have big enough personnel on the field to stop the run. And he didn't make any adjustments. There wasn't anything done at halftime all throughout the season for that.
You said that people thought Green Bay was sorry. You think the Cowboys thought that?
Yes, I think Dak thought that.
So
I think Dak thought that they were sorry and he was going to be able to go out there and do what he does as Dak and be able to win the game.
is that a Dak issue or a McCarthy issue?
It's a Dak issue, but there's nothing that the Cowboys can do about that at this point.
I don't know, bro.
Dak need a psychologist, bro.
We can't.
Yeah, but my thing is,
But there's
He
no way.
does.
There's no way that we can't make a trade. There's nothing that the Cowboys can do to get rid of that.
Hey, he
We
does.
can
He
get rid
does.
of
Talk
McCarthy,
to, bro.
Look, bro, we can get rid of McCarthy.
They need a life
It's easy
coach.
to get rid. It's easy to fire Mike McCarthy. It's easy to do. We can't get rid of Dak though.
I feel you, but y'all got beat on every phase of the game. It ain't just Dak.
Bro, I agree with you. Everybody on that coaching staff should be fired. Special teams, defensive.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when I saw Turpin
head
getting
coach,
smacked around, I was like, God,
everybody
no,
should be fired. All of them should be fired, bro.
He's a delusional Cowboy fan, but he also, at times.
Y'all just got outcoached and outplayed.
Yeah,
so.
we did. You're right. We got outcoached.
Let me ask you this.
I got out everything.
Is Jordan
Everything.
Love a better quarterback than Dak Prescott?
No.
Oh,
What is you? Is
you
he
saying
not?
yes?
No, I said no.
Have we not looked at the
I said
last
no.
8 to 10 weeks
on,
of the season?
FIFO.
Did I not come here and say that Jordan Love was ascending like a mug?
Ascending, but he ain't
Dak
there
Prescott
all the
got
way
it.
down.
I went
He
back.
beat that?
Dak
I was
Prescott.
back.
Let's
Bro,
get a
Prescott
full
got
season.
Years of tape.
Let's get a
And-
full
and
season.
As soon as,
Yeah, I can't-
as,
I
soon
can't do that
as
before, yeah.
Jordan Love goes to the playoffs and does what Dak Prescott said, the same thing that he did, you be like, oh, he sucks.
So wait, hold on. You over here talking about let's get a whole full season. What do you feel about the Packers and 49ers?
I think the Packers can play with teams like that. with finesse teams.
So
Oh man, we're gonna get to the
Packers
picks,
gonna
man.
get
'Cause
their
you over
ass
here
kicked.
talking crazy.
Okay, everybody said that about the Cowboys.
Packers
Man,
gonna get
nobody
their ass
believed in the Cowboys, bro.
True.
Except him.
No,
and
I
even
was
then, he was
nervous,
still,
man.
I was trying to save him.
Ken, be honest. What did I say to you?
I know what you said.
What did I say
remember.
to you before we start recording on Sunday?
I said-
you asked me.
You mean
You
when
said,
the heads took place?
Nah, Ken asked me. He
When the
said, "How
heads
do you
took
feel
place.
about
That's
the
hedging,
game?"
right?
But you wasn't nervous last Tuesday.
That was hedging because he hedged. He
So
hedged.
how from Tuesday to Sunday you
Ain't
get
no
nervous?
hedging.
That's hedging.
Hey,
Who picked
that
Green
is
Bay?
hedging.
Who picked Green Bay?
How was it hedging?
Who
Bro,
picked Green Bay on the
last
on the
Tuesday?
Me too.
Me too.
He
Last
did, he did.
Tuesday, you was hella confident.
I'm a fan, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
Reality
What's the next topic?
What are we talking about? I'm a fan.
He's super heads in the
Ken
chat.
asked
Just
me
like
on
just,
Sunday,
just
the
like
game-
he did when they lost. What's the last game they lost when he was making them? Buffalo. Remember Buffalo? He was making all them excuses
I
going.
don't remember that. No, I don't remember that, any of that. What I'm saying is, y'all asked me then. That's my team, and I believe in them. Absolutely. Ken asked me Sunday when we were recording. I was like, I'm nervous. I really
Will
don't
Smith
know.
knew his daddy was coming back. He did not come back.
I really don't know how this is gonna play out. And that was my honest opinion of it. But as a fan, of course, nigga, I'm gonna tell y'all niggas, you root for the Eagles, nigga. What are you talking about? Like, come on.
You supposed to do that, Spike. You supposed
Yeah,
to. Hey, but
absolutely.
for real, man, Dak do need a life coach for real, because it
Dak need
for
to
me,
get out- he
for
need to
me,
get the fuck out of Dallas.
for me is Dak.
That's what he
it's,
needs
it's
to
just between it
And go
his
get
ears.
who? Who would you want? What's the perfect
I
scenario?
don't care. I don't care if we draft another quarterback or whatever it may be. I just don't think that Dak Prescott is the quarterback that can win in Dallas.
You know how-
unless, and again, we'll get into my power rankings later. Unless you get a good coach like Bill Belichick that can put him in the position to be like, you need to be doing these things.
Go get him a DC to play
Absolutely.
OC. Get the fuck out of here with the
Well,
Bill
just
Belichick.
like we talked
Bill
about
Belichick
with,
won
with
with
Kenny
Tom
Pickett.
Brady. What are we talking about?
You know, if Dak Prescott and Kenny Pickett was on the same team, that'd be hell because you got a
wouldn't.
closer.
What are we talking about? What-
I
what-
just bring Kenny Pickett in the fourth quarter, let Dak play the first through
I
third.
don't know. I don't know what
you need a
you
closer.
talking about. But yeah, if we could get a great head coach like Belichick, yeah, give me that.
So y'all need everything
yes.
to win.
Yes, nigga. It gotta
tore
be
this whole
perfect.
team
Nigga,
apart,
it gotta
didn't
be
he?
perfect.
Y'all gotta have a perfect-
It gotta be perfect.
Y'all gotta have the
nigga.
perfect quarterback,
Yes,
the perfect
nigga,
running back,
yes.
the perfect
You right.
O-line, the perfect
If we gonna
receivers.
keep Dak, it gotta be perfect.
Perfect D-line,
Two more
perfect
Micah Parsons.
linebacker, perfect
You
safety.
need two more Micah Parsons.
Perfect OC,
He
perfect
hit the
DC.
nail
like
on
the
the head.
Eagles.
Yes, nigga.
Perfect
It gotta
GM.
be perfect.
And he need
nigga. Yes.
linebackers.
You need everything.
And defensive back that can stay back. God, no, just
All I know is Sunday
Absolutely.
when Spike was here, I was like, hey man, I'm gonna try to get you out here just in time so you can catch the game, bro. He wasn't in a hurry.
He right though.
He was not in a hurry to leave,
did he
bro.
record a whole season of 365?
Bro, he-
Out on the scene or what else we need to do. Whatever y'all want to do. I'm
I
good.
said you want to
I'm
watch
here.
another movie.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. We were here recording, and by the time we got through recording, I think that it kicked off. I had to stop and get me food. I was like, I ain't gonna check no scores. I ain't gonna do none of that until I get to the crib.
Oh man,
And somebody hit me up, and they was like, "Man, you ain't seen the
don't
score."
you hate that?
I hate it. I hate it.
I'd rather
bro.
see it and be depressed
I
than
would
somebody
rather see
text
it.
me.
I thought that I was gonna be able to get to my crib, get my food, and do everything that I need to do before I seen the score. And as soon as I walked in where I was going, a nigga was like, "Damn, bro, they just scored another." Like they just got the interception. It's 27-0 right now. I was like, nah, they gotta be fake. There's no way in the world that I delayed all of this and waited for all this pain to this 27-0 right now. And it was that when I walked in.
Let me ask you
I
this
was hot.
part.
I ain't gonna lie.
Is there any point where you thought that maybe y'all would have a chance? Like after the touchdown to end the half and you got the ball the second half,
Yeah.
did you think we got a shot?
I thought because again, I walked in, it was 27-0. Like literally, I walked in the door when the nigga was running into the end zone with the pick six and scoring 27-0. So I was really defeated.
Yeah.
But I did see the other drive, and I was like, okay, Dak looked like he might be able to get shit together. But nah, I never thought it was.
the
gonna
crazy part is
be, I never
that
thought it was gonna be somewhere they would come back.
they kept pouring it on, bro.
Yeah.
They
They went for it on the fourth down, bro.
Bro,
They
they were
was like,
playing
fuck
it.
y'all.
They were playing this shit like it was fucking Madden, bro. Like,
And like I was telling Ken on the thing,
sick.
the crazy part
I
about
was
Jordan Love
sick.
is Jordan Love always looked like he just throwing it up. off his back foot, like
He do,
every
bro.
single time. It's like, please, and that ball be right
so
there.
sick. Like you said, he was getting sacked, and they were throwing it to niggas that were running wide open.
Did you see that?
I was
that
like, bro,
pass to
where
that
are the defenders at,
That
bro?
pass to that tight end.
Man, bro.
He was standing there like
I was
he ate lunch, everything.
Yeah, he just getting lucky as hell.
sick, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Well, Shelton, at what point did you know that Eagles game was over?
When he took the safety.
When they kicked off.
No. I honestly, I said, well, okay, well, they're going to get the ball in the second half. I said they can make a run. First off, I wasn't confident without A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown, to me, you losing arguably the best player on that team. True. So I felt like, shit, this is going to be tough anyway, because it was tough without Devon Smith last week. So losing A.J. Brown, which is a better version of Smith, is like, damn, it's going to be even harder, And you're on the road, so Tampa got that little comfort that they need. It was going to be tough. It was going to take a heroic effort, and nobody had it. Jalen, nobody. And that defense, boy, I said this, and no nobody get no bail. Don't nobody, but I'm going to tell you this. For that defense, those first 4 possessions, to not be able to get a stop, I said this is the worst defensive performance I've ever seen to end the season in NFL history. I've not
But they
seen.
clamped down, though. They clamped down. They gave Jalen a shot.
Nah, to me, they wouldn't tackle.
No, not even trying.
Yeah, but Baker threw like 2 picks that weren't picked off.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
They got sacks on them. That game was like in the balance for a long time.
It was still in the balance, but they really didn't clamp. They clamped down for, like, when you said that, it's when that last touch, whatever that dude's name is.
Trey Palmer, I know.
Yeah.
I'll help you.
It was just ugly, man. And the whole time I'm watching Bradbury, like, man, Bradbury, man. Woo. When he played with the Panthers, I'll never forget. I hated Bradbury since then. And if you're watching Bradbury, I hate you. When Julio Jones, you remember Julio Jones had like 300 something? I was sick like that. I felt that same way this time. Man, Julio Jones ate him up back then, and Trey Palmer and nobody else beat him up this time. It was awful.
He got paid already, right?
He did. Ooh. But I think they can let him go after this year, and he'll be gone.
Well, the same way Spike was, like shaky. Shelton was the same way that night before the game when 12 Cow was on, and like he already admitted defeat. He was like, "Man, this is gonna be rough." I mean, y'all lost to Baker Mayfield, bro. That's
hard.
Crazy. You owe Baker an apology.
A little bit. I was hard on Baker. But that's another conversation for another day. I want to stay on the Eagles. To me, everything I've been saying about the Eagles came back to bite them in the ass. What was their identity all year? And it showed, it reared its ugly head on Sunday. Like it was bad. What do they hang their hat on? Is it defense? Is it offense? Is it running the ball? And I want to go back just a little bit, like with Jalen Hurts. That was the main difference this year versus the year before, was that you had to play 11-on-11 football. Jalen Hurts made it so where this guy's a live weapon, not just throwing the ball, but running the ball. Yeah. This year, he was not that. That changed completely the outlook of that offense. And this year, they were pedestrian. Shelton hung his hat on, they're winning close games. I'm like,
Clutch.
Yeah, but it's not, but it wasn't definitive. You know what I'm saying? To me, they were just barely beating these teams. So now, at some point, it's going to catch up with you, and they caught up with them. And they were not special. What was special about A.J. Brown was special this year. I can't lie. Outside of that shit was completely mediocre across the board.
Well, also, I think it was a tough matchup because I saw a stat to say the Bucs blitz 61% of the time.
Yeah.
And Jalen is not good against the blitz.
Well, the thing on that too is, and he's not, but he only had 2 seconds per play to do anything. And when you looked at, like I said, you look at the route tree, you look at the routes. There's no hot read. There's nothing. He has nothing that he can check into to get the ball out quick. And it's a lose-lose.
To me, it looked like the whole year they was protecting them from something.
It's something wrong.
Something was off.
I've been saying it all year. I've been saying it since the beginning.
Sorry. That's what
Because like
they
you said, last
they
year,
protecting him
it was like
from himself.
Protecting him from being sorry.
It could have been.
Like, what are we talking about, bro?
And I've been saying it. I said it And you know, I said at the beginning of the season, I said something looks off. Something looks like something's wrong.
I'll tell you what's
but
wrong,
but
bro.
if he wasn't hurt, they was trying to keep him from getting hurt, and it was the wrong thing to do.
It's not him being hurt, bro.
What was it?
It's not. It's what me and Ken been saying all season.
What y'all say?
He's not a good quarterback.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason he lost his job in Alabama.
I get it.
And he had to
and
transfer
I
to
looked
Oklahoma.
up, I looked up what you said.
This has been happening his whole career. What are we talking about?
I looked up the highest PFF grades in the Super Bowl.
Oh my God. Anyway,
He's number 2 to Nick Foles. By the way. Number 2.
He said to Nick Foles.
Yeah, he was number 1.
Stop it.
He had the
Nick
highest grade
Foles.
in the Super Bowl.
He had a great Super
number
Bowl.
two?
He did.
Who number 2?
Is Nick Foles good?
Jalen Hurts.
No.
Nick Foles is good.
He did his
Okay.
job. He came
Okay.
in that Super Bowl and he won it.
You can have people can have out of body
Do
experience.
I want to have him on my franchise as like to play quarterback for extended learn? No. But if I need a plug, But if I need to plug you in,
if we compare him to Jalen Hurts, who they want, the Eagles to have him as an everyday quarterback, the guy to their franchise, the cornerstone to who they want people to believe in them as. Like, no, bro.
But for a plug and play for 1 or 2 games, Nick Foles can get you one or 2
He could.
games.
Let me get you this.
Let
Let me
me
just
ask
read
y'all
this one
this.
headline from SI real quick. Philadelphia Eagles lost Super Bowl 57, but quarterback Jalen Hurts had one of the best
Nobody wanna hear
performances
that
in
shit,
recent memory.
Let me ask y'all that because we don't about any of this shit. So Cowboys lost. That's your guy.
Yes.
Your squad.
That's my squad.
The Eagles fan over here, your squad lost.
Panthers squad.
Them Dolphins, bro. At what point did you know it was
Ass
over?
whooped too.
Before the game even started, I said that last Tuesday. I said that the Dolphins ain't built for that. You know what I'm saying?
FIFO.
Who did I pick? I picked Kansas City. And exactly what I said was gonna happen happened. Them Dolphins ain't built for that type of weather. And Tua, what did I say? You can't pay Tua damn near Daniel Jones money.
If you can't pick your team just based off the weather, that ain't your team.
Look, that's
like you know what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna ride with the Cowboys. Bad
And that's
coach,
cool.
bad quarterback.
And you know what? And you
Regardless,
can do
it don't
that.
matter where we at. The Cowboys, my squad. I'm picking them.
And that's
but if you
cool.
tell me,
But I don't have
it's cold.
squads like
It's
that.
cold outside.
But I
ain't
don't have
picking my
squads like
team.
that. I don't have squads like that. I always say I'm a fan of players. I'm not a fan of teams. The teams that I do back are the places I live, Miami and Chicago.
Yeah, I was
back
gonna say
those
because
teams.
you said the Bears were gonna win the division too.
I did at the beginning, but I quickly changed that shit. I said,
Don't forget Trey Lance.
but you know what? But you know what? With the Bears shit, I said that preseason before week 1, I was like, yeah, nah, I'm out on the bench. When it came to the Dolphins, I said all year that they were the most explosive team, which they, for the most part, they have been.
That shit slowed down.
It did slow down. Tyreek Hill, you know what I'm saying? Like they started catching on to the screens and shit like that. But at the end of the day, identity is huge in team sports. And we know that Miami is a finesse team. And they don't have a quarterback that is a gritty quarterback. Different weather conditions change how the Dolphins play. And it's been like that since goddamn Dan Marino.
Do you think they would have stood a better chance or could have won the game if it was in Miami?
Be a totally
Yes,
different
or
game.
turf.
Absolutely.
Yes. If it was either in Miami or turf, I'm not saying that they would have won,
but
they
it
wouldn't
would've-
have been
it
beat
would've been
like
close.
that. Because now
They
now
were in
the
the
speed
game.
is true. Huh?
They competed. They were in the game.
9-27 is competing.
Oh, they were in the game for a minute, bro. It just started to get out of hand.
That was the
Yeah.
final score. But like we seen with Dallas, that ain't the same scenario as to throughout the game. They were competing with we were wondering, like, is Chiefs gonna pull this shit off?
You was worried?
No.
Okay, neither was
No. Don't say that though, because I've been telling you niggas each weekend and week out that Patrick Mahomes was doing his thing. Y'all told me to worry about him.
Don't say y'all.
It was you.
No.
It was Nick.
It was definitely me, and I said-
it was not me.
you
It was
together.
shit. Yeah, we said
together.
don't worry about Patrick Mahomes. I've
we
been
didn't
saying,
agree.
Bro, the game was at home against a finesse team
And they
and
gonna win
some
again,
degree.
and
And
they
most of
gonna
that
go
was
to the
about
Super Bowl.
going on the road.
Ken, they gonna win again, and they gonna go to the Super
And
Bowl.
one of the things that Shelton and I talked about was that Andy Reid finally did some fucking coaching and he changed up the receivers. It's no longer Kadarius Toney out there running. It's no longer, he still had MVS out there. He ain't doing shit.
But he made some big
Sky
catches,
fucking Moore, somebody hit Scott fucking Moore in the knee or something and put his ass on the IR, and they put Rasheed Rice out there.
As I was
Rasheed
saying
Rice hit
all
him.
season, all you got to worry about is Patrick. He the one that's gonna take. them to the Super Bowl.
promise you.
He the one that's gonna beat the
promise you.
Bills. He the one that's gonna beat whoever they got
don't
after
matter.
the Bills. He's the one that's gonna take them to the Super Bowl. And he's gonna keep coming
Not if
up
Tony
and keep
and
showing
not if
out.
Tony and fucking damn Sky Moore was out there, bro. That shit wouldn't have happened. That shit wouldn't have happened, bro. You ain't winning with that. Rasheed Rice was out there making plays.
He was. I agree with you there.
You know, and
But I still-
and
I
Hardman
180
like he
yards.
didn't even want to catch the ball.
Yeah, I don't know what Hardman
still
was.
think it's
He
all-
didn't like I said, he didn't stick his hand. He did nothing. He just
about to
looked
be
at
out
the
the league.
It's still hard for me to go against Patrick Mahomes, regardless
what I
of what
said.
he got.
Mahomes is the best player in the AFC.
God, bro. Y'all,
Mahomes is
you
the
didn't see
best-
them receivers this year?
No,
don't
his
matter, bro.
receivers are trash.
Ken,
But-
are you worried about Mahomes against Buffalo?
Yes.
I don't believe that.
Yes.
He gonna go and he gonna beat the shit out of Josh Allen like he been doing. For
Only
the last
time
4
I'm
years.
worried about them when they got to go play Baltimore.
Oh, they ain't gonna get
I
that
agree
far.
with I'd agree. I'd agree with that.
Yeah,
We on the same page.
Well, somebody did anybody give Tyreek Hill some chapstick? But Tua, man, Tua. I don't know about that one, bro.
Would y'all resign him?
They got no choice.
They have no choice because who
They
else
got a
are you gonna-
choice.
What?
Kick rocks, nigga.
Not
Kick rocks.
Just like Dallas, where Miami is right now, it's a win now situation. So you have to have a quarterback that's competent, not a quarterback that you're trying to bring along or develop or something like that. You need a guy that can win now. I think you can win with Tua. I've been saying that, but Tua is not the guy that is going to win you the game.
Is he
Tua,
Dak?
Tua is the guy that could not lose you the game. And they have enough weapons to do that, but you can't pay that man $100+ million. You got to give that man Daniel Jones money or less.
He's one of them guys that Cam Newton was
He's not
talking about,
taking
right?
that. He's not taking
In
that.
What was
terms
Cam
of-
Newton saying?
About
He a game manager.
game managers.
Tua not taking that though. If you Tua and I take you out to the playoffs and I've done more than any other quarterback that's done for y'all in the last 10 years, are you taking Daniel Jones money?
If I'm the Dolphins, and I'm speaking solely from the Dolphins
Are you
perspective.
Tua? I'm saying Tua.
If I'm Tua, of course,
You
I
Tua.
want the bag, bro. Of course,
Right.
I'm the player.
He gonna-
Okay,
know how to take
so
care
that's
of
the point.
who else
That's
wants
the
Tua?
point that we're going to go into these negotiations with Dak Prescott, with Tua. These niggas are thinking that, oh, I got leverage. They don't.
What's the market
But they
for Tua,
thinking
though?
that they do.
What team would need Tua outside
Exactly.
of Miami?
What team needs Dak?
No. Wait, hold on.
Well, I
hold
take
on,
that
hold on,
for
hold
What
on.
team
Tua.
needs the nigga that y'all like in Chicago?
Well, Logic likes Tua too.
Who?
Mike McDaniels.
Well, he does, but he has to say that. He has to
No,
say
I think that was one of the reasons why he came there. I think he.
I think he came there because he can. It was a piece of clay that he could mold how he saw fit, and I think he took advantage of.
And it worked.
Yeah, it worked because
To
he
an
took
extent.
advantage of
To an
Tua's
extent.
greatest.
Yeah.
They did lose in the playoffs.
100%. But who the fuck was the Dolphins a couple of years ago?
Yeah, but
they
who
were
can-
nobodies.
Who can I get? Who can I get that I think will be better?
What over Tua?
Yes.
There's not a quarterback,
You
and that's
know
the reason
that.
why they're gonna have to pay him. But I think the Dolphins gonna have to put their foot down and be like, bro, we're not going a penny over this number right here.
How much do you think if this guy continues on this path, C.J. Stroud will get paid?
Oh, CJ gonna break the record book.
Because he went up and he
gonna break the record book.
put a
CJ
beat
gonna-
down. He
yeah.
dog walked.
Yeah,
and
200 in the first, 200
But look-
yards passing the first half.
To that point, that's the reason that teams like the Dolphins, teams like the Cowboys, they're going to wonder if they can't find a C.J. Stroud in the next draft.
But do you understand? how many
So
CJ
wait.
Strouds there are?
Wait. I understand that it's not likely. However, if you get a team like the Dolphins, if you get a team like the Cowboys, and they're like, well, shit, do I pay Dak $60 million, and I know he can only take me to the conference finals, or do I try to get a C.J. Stroud and I pay him a rookie minimum, and I can pay all the other positions around him to make him better? Why wouldn't I do that as a businessman, as a GM, as a franchise
stars-
owner?
the
Why wouldn't I
stars-
do that?
Because the CJ Stroud only comes around
You
for so
don't-
many years.
but not even
That's
that.
not what people
Wait,
are
hold on,
thinking, though.
Not
bro.
even-
we go draft number one quarterbacks every year,
But
and
see-
they're
but
bust.
you don't have
or
to-
they make it.
But the thing about
You
it
don't
is,
know if it's going to be a C.J. Stroud or not.
But even if there is a CJ Stroud in the draft, He going in the top 5.
That's what I was gonna say. That's
Cowboys
my
ain't
point.
gonna have that.
That's my point.
Unless I'm willing to trade Dak Prescott, unless I'm willing to give up a lot of capital.
I was going to say you have to have
on CJ Stroud. I want to go get CJ.
They're not going to give that up for where you are.
No team drafting in the top 5 is going to give up that position to pay a quarterback $60-some million because my team was trash.
Yeah, I'd rather draft my own instead of trying with yours.
That's what I'm saying. The same thing y'all are.
No. But the thing about it is,
in that position.
But the thing about it is, you'd have to, like you said, in order to get in that position, the stars have to align. Philly got lucky a couple years ago, last year, and got the 10 pick
got a
because
running back for a quarterback.
No, I'm talking about the pick. I'm just talking about where they were able to draft. After the Super Bowl, they had the 10th pick in the draft because of a trade that they made. Mm-hmm. That's like a perfect storm to get in a situation where you're in the top 10. It don't happen very often that you have a good enough team that make the conference finals and can get in the top 10.
I think the teams now, because how we looking at quarterbacks and how they are marketed as far as what they do in college, people think that we can get a quarterback with a rookie contract more likely to lead us to a Super Bowl than we can to pay a guy like Dak, a guy like Kirk Cousins, a guy like what's your man in Chicago,
Justin.
Before we pay him $60 million, well, I would draft a quarterback and see if he can beat C.J. Stroud before I pay.
They'll always think that, but my thing is, who thought he would go out and play like that? Against the number one, allegedly, the number one defense in the league.
It was number one.
I think that's going to be the thing for GMs. They're going to think that they can find a CJ Stroud.
Nah, so Spike, this is where I completely disagree with you because you're saying, get rid of Dak.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they think that they will find a better replacement.
But the thing is that you have let's just say Dallas drafts a quarterback that is marvelous, right? Kind of sort of like Tony Romo and Dak Prescott. Mm-hmm. Tony was the guy. Dak was right behind him. Tony got hurt, which then put Dak in the starting position. What happened to Tony next year? They cut him.
He gone.
He gone, right? So what I'm saying is number one, you're not going to cut that quarterback even if you draft one, right? Just because of the dead cap space. It's too much money. And then you're not going to trade Dak Prescott to a top 10 drafting team because that team is trash for the most part, outside of the Eagles being at number 10 and just playing in the Super Bowl. Because that team is so trash, they can't afford to pay one guy a fifth or a fourth of the whole salary cap because they're not there yet. They're not in a win-now situation.
So why would the Cowboys do that, though? That's what I'm saying.
Well,
so why would the team that already has them pay them? Like, for example, Dak is up for a contract extension. We're talking about him making $60 million a year.
True. Because
here's my thing. None of that matters right now. What did y'all think about the game that we saw with the guy that you're hypothetically trying to do for the Cowboy versus the Browns?
You're going to pay Tua because you don't know.
No. The Browns. The Browns, Texans. The Browns, Texans. Yeah.
Yeah, shit, nigga. Look, the Texans are scared. I don't think nobody thought the Texans were going to be what they were. I thought it was, at the beginning of the season, I thought it was a fluke. I'm like, okay. But then CJ just kept getting better and better. And we're talking clutch situations. And he came out there and just made easy work of the Browns. And I remember last Tuesday, Shelton talking about, the Browns defense, this, that, and third. And I didn't disagree. I didn't pick I think I picked the Texans.
I picked the Texans. I don't know who you picked.
You didn't.
I picked the Browns?
Yeah.
Damn.
I did pick the Browns.
We don't ever know who he picked.
He don't be knowing.
They never documented who FIFA
Somebody got to keep the receipts.
Yeah, we got the receipts. It's all digital, but I'm just saying. At the end of the day, C.J. Stroud is that guy. And we can honestly,
for sure.
I said this, you know what I'm saying? But I think that at the end of the season, going into next season, when we evaluate all of these quarterbacks and we do our top 5, top 10 list, whatever the hell we decide to do,
here we go.
C.J. Stroud has to be in that list.
There we go.
That sophomore slump is real.
It's true.
But he had a brilliant game, man. You couldn't ask for more. Shout out to D'Amico Ryans because he had that whole team in line to play. Everybody showed up. Flacco was what you said he was. He deserved to be right back on the couch. But I thought, I honestly, like I said, I wasn't counting on Flacco playing better than CJ. I didn't think CJ was going to play bad. I just thought that the defense was just going to be that strong for Cleveland. And I was like, okay, this team is young. It's a young team. And, you know, a couple of these guys, Tank Dell coming off injury, Nico was banged up. I said, it's not going to be an easy ride for them. Boy, was I wrong. These dudes came in, they showed up, and they played for their coach. And that's how a football team is supposed to come up and play. And, you know, D'Amico has these guys ready. And we know what he is. He's one of the greatest coaches out there right now. And I say that because he had San Francisco looking great on defense. And to come here and to turn it around. So nobody thought this would turn around this fast. And yeah, it is. It's a shout out and a tribute to CJ, but it's also a shout out to him. And it's a, you know, it's his thing too. So, and that's on all levels because they won in all phases of that game.
Want to go back a little bit, Jamal. Who did you have winning between the Eagles and the Bucs?
The Bucs.
I had the Bucs.
Who did you have winning between the Cowboys and the Packers?
Packers.
Who did you have winning between the Chiefs and
the Chiefs?
You had the Chiefs. All right. Who did you have winning this game? Well,
I had the Browns.
Okay.
I didn't have it.
Why did you pick the Packers over the Cowboys?
Because y'all was straight finesse.
Meaning what?
Y'all just want to look pretty. Y'all want to throw the ball 50 times, and the Packers is a grit team. I just don't like y'all chances against a grit team. And that's the same thing with how I felt about Miami. They a finesse team. So when you got a finesse team, it got to be perfect. The stars got to align. They got to be great on offense. If they wasn't great on offense, then the defense didn't show up. They can't do no ground.
I agree with that. That's what I think about Dak. For Dak to be successful, everything has to be perfect.
But see, to me, that's not a Dak thing.
I think it's a Dak thing.
Because if they had a running back to lean on to give it to him 25 times, you put him in his numbers will go up.
Why did you pick the Browns?
I thought their defense was going to show up. I didn't think C.J. Stroud can see the field as well as he do. He ahead of the curve as far as what he see pre-snap and how quick he can make decisions. So from that perspective, can he be a top 10 quarterback? Absolutely. Top 5 would be a stretch by next year. But
I think he top 10.
If you had told me that you had picked the Texans, I'd have took your mic because I was like, you lying.
No.
I'm
Cleveland.
glad you said that.
Yeah,
because you notice every team that won, he said
you picked the Browns too, bro.
But you can ask him. We talked about it. I told him Miami in trouble because they a finesse team. You got to go play in the cold. Cowboys in trouble because this team is on fire. And they play defense and they run the ball.
I ain't gonna lie. As a Cowboys fan, I didn't think that we had I was nervous, but I didn't think we were in trouble.
I didn't think it was like that.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna come down to maybe the last couple of drives.
Yeah, I didn't think 27.
But if we look at it, they got hot. The last 6 to 8 weeks, Jordan Love's been on fire. Then you get your running back, and it's just like. Then when they told me the cornerback was playing, I'm like, oh, they might be in trouble.
I thought that they messed up with that though because he twisted his ankle in practice.
Yeah.
So I honestly picked the Texans. I just didn't believe in Flacco, bro. And I didn't know this going in. They said it on the broadcast that this is the number 1 defense at home, and on the road they're giving up almost 30 points a game or something like that.
I didn't know that.
Which was crazy.
At home, they had a certain GPA, but on the road it was plus 16 versus what they were giving up at home.
But here's the thing: even if they had Deshaun Watson, they still lose that game.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Because I think D'Amico did a good job of just coaching and play calling. I mean, we saw a tight end catch the ball and dust everybody.
Third string. He was a third string.
Hold on. Y'all
Third
said I took
string
the Browns?
tight end.
No, I took the Texans. I'm trying to find that shit. Hey, Jalen, I know I'm right. Jalen, he was on the phone.
I thought he was calling home or something.
Nah, hell no.
I thought it was an emergency.
You already know it was an
worried.
emergency.
I was worried.
I thought he was about to walk off in
everything
a
all
minute.
right?
Hey,
Like, no. Y'all got me
that.
fucked up.
Because y'all do be having me fucked up because that whole shit you was talking about, you was ahead of me in the score and you was below 500. Fuck that. I had the best fucking win percentage picking this shit. And I knew I picked the damn Texans.
Listen back to when you picked Jameis Winston.
Yeah, I picked the Texans. Huh?
Listen back to the Jameis Winston take you made it.
Hey,
Well,
you'll listen.
Speaking of receipts, because we got some receipts. Just let me know you're ready, Jalen.
We're going to try it. Me and OBS.
Oh, okay.
Like frogs?
I swear to God, I'm standing on all lines slamming.
We were frogs?
Yes.
Other than that, once they get there, they may get beat by the 5 to the 1 seed. They'll lose the first round.
I'm standing on business. I still believe it.
Oh, okay. 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 Oh. Okay. Thank you, Ken. Fraud for someone that has the biggest fraud squad in Dallas Cowboys, go say we frauds. But they at home. They gonna watch the playoff game just like the rest of them.
If he had stuck his head out with that mask on,
He needed to. That would have been perfect. That would have been perfect.
Oh, he ain't done.
Listen to this.
Next game was a complete massacre. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens took on the Lions 38-6. The game was worse than the score could even show.
It was.
I told y'all these Lions was not who y'all thought they were.
That's cap.
Oh, we got a Lions fan on the panel.
We would have beat Philly.
When they play these big boys,
Yeah, we would have dominated Philly.
shows who he is, and he shows the reason why the Ravens
At Philly?
They had to come to Detroit.
Where the Rams at? Where the Rams at?
Lamar Jackson got it. The Rams played the Bears.
Just so you know, it was week 7, right?
Yeah.
Ravens, we lost. That was our only.
Look at the pause put
I
in.
know.
We lost to the bitch in the Tina
He got you looking goofy as fuck.
He do,
Right.
man.
He wanted to make sure he got you there.
They at home.
He should have put his head up there.
Where the Lions at? We still playing.
Man, what I say about the Rams?
Oh, he couldn't wait, bro. He could not wait.
You don't think the Rams was a decent team?
They would.
Or to win that game?
They would have beat y'all.
They should have beat y'all.
Yeah, but the Ram. I was now. We'll say, we on that game yet?
Yeah. We here now. Yeah, Rams.
So
Lions,
you
bro.
think that the Lions? Well, let me say this. Watching that game, it was a win by the Lions, good game by the Lions. You can't not. You got to win the game.
Grit
But-
is what they call it.
They
Call it grit.
Yeah, it was grit. It was
Right.
it was grit. But it was more. I attribute it more to a loss for the Rams than it was a win for the Lions,
And how so?
because you had the ball in the red zone 3 times and you couldn't put the ball in the end zone. That's
That's
a problem.
true. That's true.
And if they had scored one of those touchdowns, it's a different game.
They
Just
didn't.
one. They didn't. That's what I'm saying. They didn't get it done. And the play calling down there was atrocious. Trying to get the ball. It was like they were trying to get Cooper Kupp.
So let me
a touchdown.
ask you a question. In the past 6 to 8 weeks, the Rams have been red hot, right?
Yes.
Defensively, who played them better? Because outside of those 2 big plays, they really couldn't get anything.
Well,
They got the big play to Puka, and then the big play to Tutu. Outside of that, the Lions
Well,
played them.
they made plays all y'all just was bend but don't break, which is what you're supposed to do. Once again, the bottom line is you won the game, and I picked the Lions to win that game. But what I'm saying is the Rams had every opportunity to win that game.
For sure,
All
they
they had to
have.
do was put the ball in. They were down there a couple different times. All they had to do was run their regular sets. But once again, they were trying to force the ball to Cooper. I don't know what in the world they were thinking about, but they were trying. It was like get the ball to Cooper Kupp and that's it. And that's what they went to down there, and it was ridiculous. And they got down there 3 times. They had every opportunity to win that game and didn't do it.
So you think the Rams beat themselves?
Absolutely.
You don't think that the Lions are a good team?
No, I think they're a good team. They're a good team.
You still think Dan Campbell's trash?
Yes.
I do
So
too.
let me
I
say
still
this.
think Dan
So
Campbell's trash.
I'm glad
Y'all
you
so
said
wrong.
that because I was going to bring it up.
Absolutely.
I was
I'm
gonna
glad
bring
you
it up.
asked me.
He's
Yes.
the
With your
right
last
guy.
point, what you said was D'Amico Ryans, right? He's
Same situation.
It's the same situation.
Very similar.
X and O's. He ain't the X and O guy, but everybody gonna play for him.
Was he? Was he not though? Wasn't he the
I'm
defensive
talking about
coordinator?
Dan
Yeah.
Campbell.
If
He's
you
not
had-
an
if
X
you-
and O guy.
if you
D'Amico
ask
Ryans
me
is though.
Who's
Yeah,
a
but
better?
but the players will play for him
Yeah.
because he's just that type of person.
Them players playing for Eric Glenn.
They've credited him as a great defensive mind.
Yes.
Absolutely. But
Okay.
what I'm saying is,
I don't know what they crediting Dan Campbell for.
Culture.
chewing tobacco. And Aaron Glenn is
That's what I'm talking
Aaron Glenn
about.
put
But
that
see,
defense
That's
on the
what I'm
map.
talking about.
But see-
when you start talking about culture or chewing tobacco, like, bro, come on,
Bro,
what are you doing?
when you
The Lions have a really good roster.
when you a leader
They do.
in any aspect, in any business, wherever it is, and you can get your team to run through a fucking wall, that's how he get them to play every week.
But what happens?
regardless of who line
What
up
happens
against them?
when you run into a leader who
So-
has better,
Yeah.
who has a better business acumen than you do?
I would
Like
say
Sean
better.
McVay?
Yeah, McVay was a
Where he
better
at?
Because
coach.
it was 23-24.
Where you at though?
And a lot of people could argue, oh, it was bad calls. It was a lot of things that added
Sean-
to
that was on Sean
Dan
McVay,
Campbell
too.
winning
It was
that
on
game
Sean
because he got.
Let me ask you a question.
They went home. They were receiving the better calls than the Rams. If that game had been
But
in
it's home
LA,
cooking.
if
And
that
that's why
game
you
had
play
been
for home field
if that
advantage.
game had been in Los Angeles, the Rams would have won that game, right?
Very possible.
Okay,
Which is
that's
why
all I'm
there's such
saying.
but that's why there's such a thing as home field advantage. And
Now we-
and that's
That's
why
cool.
and that's why we play the regular.
I'm not
season.
knocking that.
where do you
So
see
now we
Dan
saying-
Campbell earned
But
that.
Jamal
he
is
earned that.
But
But that doesn't make him a
I
better
understand
coach
that.
than
but
Steve
he is
than
a damn
McVay.
good coach. And I told you that
Nah.
all fucking season
Nah.
because culture is a big thing, especially in a
The
fucking locker
biggest.
room full of 50, 60, 70 grown ass motherfucking men.
I'm not buying culture over X and O's.
You have to.
That's the same reason that y'all talking about firing the dude from Philadelphia
Because-
right now.
Thomas
Because
not an X and O guy.
But my thing is, McCarthy is an X and O guy.
Thank you. True.
Say it, man.
I know you didn't
Shut
want
up,
to.
kid.
He just
Shut
kept
up.
talking.
It's about culture. Look. Spike.
That's a good
I'm
point.
not
though.
gonna put your age out there, but we in the same age bracket, right?
Yes.
We've had multiple jobs.
Yes.
Right? You've had multiple managers that were great managers, and you can identify the reason why they were.
Right.
And you've had multiple managers that was trash as fuck, and you can identify the reasons why. Regardless of whatever their style was, at the end of the day, the ones that were great, they have a thing that's called culture. You walk in through the door and you feel it, you see it, it's different. You know it. When you walk into an establishment that is run the right way, the moment that somebody opens their mouth to greet you, you know it.
And I think we saw that because Dan Campbell, the thing that, people have criticized him for, and in times deservedly so, like in the Dallas game, he had a chance to tie it, play for OT, but he didn't. He plays and coaches his way, and the players bought into it, and they love it. And we saw it in the playoffs. He did not, 4th and 1, at the goal line,
3 times.
went for it
3 times.
in that game against the Rams and scored. 2nd and whatever.
Ran it towards Aaron Donald.
Because, Aaron Donald and shit. So, but you got a chance to win the game. You can either run the ball or you can go make the play to win it. And he was aggressive as he's been all year long.
He bit kneecap.
But here's the thing. You do need X and O's. But if I'm a person or who running the organization, if I don't have the X and O, I'm going to get somebody who got the X and O. But what he do is he bring the grit to the team. He's blue collar, like the city. So he fits into every narrative that Detroit want as far as a leader.
So what's your
I agree with that.
expectations for this team this year? Where do you see it going?
We should be in the NFC
That's a
Championship.
good question.
NFC Championship.
Hey, tell that man you going frozen the way his team went.
That ain't the answer.
NFC Championship.
That
If
ain't
we-
the answer.
Now, keep in mind,
So
you're talking to a Cowboy fan
and the Eagle fan.
and a guy that roots for the Eagles who's actually a Panthers fan, by the way. You don't know that.
Right.
I'm not a Panthers.
Who's both teams are at home.
Definitely a Panthers fan.
By the way, your team's still on
Our
playing,
team-
but they team at the crib. I just wanted
You
to point
have
that
the
out.
up
team-
on us. You
my
have the up
team-
on us right now.
I told you this the other
We
day.
dealt with them already.
I thought the Rams was the worst
No, so we done
matchup
dealt with
out of
our team.
anybody in the playoffs for us.
I thought they were gonna beat y'all.
I would have rather played Dallas. I would have rather played the Eagles.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
you got it right.
What you mean?
No, the
Y'all,
Rams.
y'all played the right
You
team.
played the right team.
No, why not play Dallas?
Y'all played the right team, bro.
A blown
Y'all-
call,
y'all-
a blown
y'all
call in
played the right
Dallas.
team.
Y'all lose that game.
Yeah, but y'all didn't though. That's what I'm
Just
saying.
like
Y'all
you
didn't,
said.
though.
Just like you said.
That's my point.
You said it.
and that's my whole point about a coach like Dan Campbell. He don't know when to be like, okay, I'm gonna kick the ball.
But listen,
and we're gonna beat
you
their ass in
live with
overtime.
that. You
Y'all
live
didn't
with
do
that.
that.
You live with
That's
that.
a Lions thing.
You
You
live
live
with
with that
that.
loss, but then
you have
if you
to.
did that in the
You
playoffs,
gotta
then
live
it's
with-
over.
But that's a Lions thing though.
No problem.
Like no
We'll
other,
take it.
no other respectable franchise would have done that.
Listen,
He playing Madden on
Do a
the
respectable franchise go down 27-0 in the playoffs?
No, but we got 5 rings though. That's what make us.
we talking about now.
We've been winning.
We talking about this year.
This
year.
We that live on that. Don't be winning.
You say you
Always
stand
was
on
winning.
business.
We
Stand
got
on that 48-17 score.
We got
Stand
5
on
rings.
that.
We got 5 rings.
That
so
shit
you
was
know
in the
what we
90s,
can-
bro.
No, I can't. I don't care.
Hey,
You know
shout
what
out-
happens?
shout out
is
to
though,
Aaron
no matter.
Glenn,
We can always go back and reference. Oh, we got 5.
like some of these other teams, if you lose Ben Johnson and you lose Aaron Glenn, I don't know. It depends on who you bring in after that.
for
but
sure,
it could be
absolutely.
scary.
But that's any.
That's an Eagles.
That's
problem.
anything.
That's any winning organization.
Yeah, that's any winning.
no,
organization.
no, it's not.
happens.
No,
it's not.
it's
You
an
can-
Eagles problem. It's not a
we
Detroit
seen Kansas
Y'all
City
the
do
ones.
it.
Kansas City didn't
Y'all
look.
the ones. The Eagles
Kansas
are the
City didn't look
abysmal
well in the
franchise.
first 6 or 7 weeks.
They still don't look well.
Yeah, they don't.
They kicking
won it.
field goals to win games.
Yeah. So I mean, your offensive
that's
coordinator
not-
go.
But
That's
it's
not
been
a
like
the
this
enemy
all
team.
year, bro. I called y'all contenders. I've been backing them. I've been trying to get them on the right page to see this and show that these guys are for real. They are winning games. They're beating good teams. They're not just whipping up on people.
Want me to tell you why they're good? Because their offensive line is good, their defensive line is good, and what they do is they can stop the run and they can run the ball. Maybe y'all should take a page out of that book.
That's pretty good right there. That's pretty good.
So
Let me take a look at the schedule.
were you
I don't know if I agree with that.
were you nervous about the game?
Absolutely. Again, that was the I would have rather played anybody in that game. I would have rather played Dallas. Would have rather played Philly. Would have rather played Tampa Bay. The narrative was just a lot. You got Puka and but Puka
The
and
running back. The running back he's a scary person.
he is Karen Williams a dog, but we number two in rush defense. But it was just too many narratives. What's our offensive lineman is?
Panay.
Panay and Puka are cousins, so they playing each other.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Then Stafford coming back to Detroit. Like that was just too much.
Let me tell you
Then
that. Let
Jared
me tell you
Goff.
the schedule.
Yeah, Houston is a dude.
And this is something. This is
hopefully
something,
he can come
this
back.
is why I thought what I thought, because I saw them play the Chiefs. They beat the Chiefs early on, and we saw what. The
Did
Chiefs
anybody have us
receiver
winning
was.
that game? Okay.
Yeah, no, we didn't. But at the same time, we talked about the Chiefs receivers. Like, no number one. It's been that way all season. Seahawks beat the Lions. The next
Which
week.
they always play us well.
Yeah.
Overtime.
They beat the Falcons.
Supposed
They
to.
beat the Packers early when Packers without Aaron Jones. Beat the Panthers. Then they beat the Bucs. Then they got smoked. That's when they got beat by the Raiders. They got beat bad. But then not the Raiders, the Ravens. Then they beat the Raiders the next week. They beat the Chargers 41-38 in that game. The Chargers blew. That was the game the Chargers needed to win, and they lost that game. They gave that game just ridiculous. The next week, the Bears had them beat because I was talking to somebody The Bears, they beat the Bears.
What's your point, Shelton? Because you're gonna go.
I'm
through
just
these.
looking.
We done lost half our audience by now, bro.
I thought we still. Oh, I know. I know we was back on. Are we back on?
Yeah.
My bad. I would not have been going through that. Now I was just looking at the schedule and I'm like, man, the Lions. And I was just.
You saying that those are wins that you were impressed by?
No, I wasn't impressed by their wins. That's my point. Yeah.
You got to win the game, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Yeah. And they won the one that mattered the most in this weekend.
You think y'all schedule was crazy?
Yeah, it was the most ridiculous schedule of all. Was it not?
At the beginning.
Was it not?
Y'all went 10-1. And y'all play all cupcakes.
Then y'all get to play.
And every week you try to argue us down about the record of y'all being 10-1.
That's all I had to stand on, bro. Oh, they played everybody now. You can't say they ain't play nobody.
Bro, we heard that shit so much, bro.
Sucked from the Super Bowl.
They played everybody. They had a gauntlet. They had
Spice
a
Mike is
gauntlet.
off.
Good.
Lost it.
Good. Thank you, Jalen.
Make sure you get that shit. Tell me when I'm back on so I can say it again.
Thank you, Jalen.
Eagles sucked from the point that they lost the Super Bowl. I'm on.
Let's see.
The
where we
Eagles
are.
sucked from the point that they lost the Super Bowl until they're 10-1 point this season.
All right, let me go back here. So, all right, so those were all the games that took place this past weekend. Any thoughts, real quick, before we get into weekly picks? And we got a video from Nick. Are we good with that? Okay, well, we can upload it to the channel. We don't need to hear from him anyway. Any thoughts on Nick Saban or Bill Belichick before we move into picks?
I was surprised about Saban. I didn't see that coming. Bill Belichick, it was time.
I agree.
I guess it was time for both. Changing the college football, the changing, Pete Carroll is done too, but the changing of the way colleges ran with the NIL, it was just moving too fast for Saban. He had to go.
He got a game within the national championship.
He did, but going forward, he could see the writing on the wall.
I was more surprised about Pete Carroll than all of them.
Yeah.
Because he's still young enough. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He older than
He's 72.
72,
He older than Bill, ain't he?
Because he out there throwing the
He the
football.
same age they is,
Look,
bro.
the older I get, the more I realize that age is mentality. And what I'm saying is Pete Carroll, yeah, he could be physically the oldest, but he was the youngest on, like, in terms of how his practices are, in terms of how he runs his squad. Like, it feels like even though he's 72, he's still in tune.
Bro, anytime
He'll get
anybody
another job.
think that they can win with Geno Smith, at that point,
He had him playing well though.
Yeah, and that
was the end.
Wait, hold on. So hold on. So what the fuck is true? You say that Tomlin, that's not his fault because he got Kenny Pickett and whoever else the fuck is at quarterback. So how the hell can we blame Pete Carroll for having Geno Smith? He ain't pick him. That's just what was given to him.
They went and got them. They went and got him. He was a free agent. They went and got him.
He's a backup.
Who could have they drafted? They could have went and got Baker too, but they went and got Geno. At the end of the day, when you have a team that is kind of sort of like me, when you're drafting 15, you're not getting the guy.
They said that Pete Carroll negotiated really heavy for his job. He wanted to stay in Seattle, and they just didn't think that it would work for them. So, I mean, I'm kind of in agreement with you. I think that Pete Carroll still can go to some place and win. Atlanta would be really good in picking him up.
That would be good, actually.
Yeah, Atlanta would be a really good pickup.
So you think they'll swap? He'll go to Atlanta, Dan Quinn go to Seattle.
Jesus, Dan Quinn.
I don't give a fuck.
anywhere.
Hey, listen, man. I don't give a fuck where Dan Quinn go, bro. Long as he get the fuck out of Dallas. It don't matter to me where Dan Quinn go and his 6 defensive backs that he running on running plays. Like, that nigga just need to get the fuck out of Arlington and Dallas. I don't care where
I said this about Dan Quinn years ago when he was the Falcons head coach. And I say it all the time. What is the identity? The Falcons were fucking cupcake. That defense was cupcake just the other day.
He been doing this shit since
Dan
they
Quinn
won the
is not
Super
the
Bowl.
guy.
You're right. Like,
Dan
he
Quinn's
had a
not the
good.
guy.
There was a good stretch in Dallas where they were like, "Oh, okay, he's doing a great job and he has some great schemes." It's never been true. This nigga been putting out 6 DBs and 4 defensive linemen and not been able to stop the run since he was doing that shit at the Falcons. Like it don't work.
All right,
But he
got no
get turnovers
adjustments for it.
off of it.
Huh?
He get turnovers off of it.
That's cool.
Let's
we can't
hit-
win games off of it though.
Yeah, we saw that this past weekend. Let's hit Spike's power rankings.
Yes. My power rankings this week, guys. I know y'all can't wait for it.
I can't wait.
You can't wait. Sheldon, where you think it is? Where you think my power rankings are?
At 5, you're gonna have.
What do you think the premise of it is?
Huh? Oh yes. It's you said it's coaching
Because
candidates.
you know it can change. every
Oh,
week.
Cowboys coaching candidates. I see it. I see it. I
Absolutely.
see it.
Thank you, Jalen, for ruining it.
Yeah.
He wasn't looking anyway, so he was in the. It's probably how he was doing that Eagles game.
All right, man. These
Yeah.
are my top 5 coaching candidates for the Cowboys. Because McCarthy has to be out of here after this season. Ain't no way that McCarthy comes back. I would be distraught as a Cowboys fan.
Can't wait to see what Dan.
I didn't think he was gonna make it till Monday.
I can't wait to see what Dan.
I
Quinn
was
gonna
really
be.
wishing he didn't make it to that night. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was really wishing that the news broke and he was out of there. Number 5, Mike Vrabel.
I get that.
I would 100%
He toughens
take
him
him.
up. He toughens
Tomlin
him
is
up.
one. I can tell you that.
Absolutely. Mike Vrabel is an A personality. I hope he can come in and do what he needs to do. Number 4,
Harbaugh.
nope, Eric Bieniemy. I would take Eric Bieniemy right now to work with Dak and do what he needs to do to give some more points to the offense. Number 3,
More points?
Yeah, I don't
Yes.
They
think,
led the league.
I don't think
Hey.
they need more points.
hey, but in the last game that we saw,
It wasn't the offense that
it was.
The offense put
The
you in the
defense
hole.
couldn't stop anybody. So
Offense put you
if
in
my
the hole,
defense
but-
can't stop nobody,
Number 3.
I need to put up points. And they couldn't put up points.
3, Spike.
Number 3, Jim Harbaugh.
Go
I
blue.
would take him. I would take him right now. I feel like that's a big name. Number 2, Brian Flores. I'll take that defense. I'll take what he would need to do. And I like his little pushback against Jerry. I feel like he would be the person to be like, nah, we ain't going to do all that. All the press conferences
is
that
number
FIFA
1.
was talking about, those things, Brian Flores be the nigga be like, nah, we ain't doing that, bro. And of course, number 1, Bill Belichick. I'll take the best coach ever to coach the best franchise ever to start winning more Super Bowls. Bill Belichick comes to Dallas and he wins the Super Bowl. Oh man,
Bro, they're going to be boxing day 1.
they are. But here's the thing, though, Ken. We know this. We know Bill ain't gonna be picking nobody. We know Bill ain't gonna be the GM.
Nah,
we know that for a fact.
I don't think Bill gonna be the GM.
He gonna
anywhere
bring Matt
goes.
Jones with him.
Nah, hell fucking nah.
Or Zappy gonna be y'all's
We definitely not taking Mac Jones. I'll take what's my man name? What's the guy I said wasn't professional
Who?
from the San Francisco?
Oh, Trey Lance.
I'll take him before I
Trey
take Mac Jones.
You said he's unprofessional?
He's not.
He said he's not.
Yeah,
a
He's not a
quarterback.
professional quarterback. He's not a professional quarterback. That nigga.
He said
college-
he should be in the arena league.
At worst, he's a college quarterback, arena league, CFL. He ain't NFL quarterback at all though.
All right. Let's see. I think it's time for some weekly picks. I guess we're going to pick the winners of the upcoming game, and then we'll go to Shelton's against the spread, and then we'll close out with Super Chats, which we got a good number, so we're going to try to get through those quickly. All right, weekly picks. Let's see. I got it right here. We're going to start with Houston versus Baltimore. Oh, Spike, you do this. You see the order?
Yeah, I do see the order.
Okay.
We got Ravens, Chiefs versus Buffalo, 49ers versus Detroit. And then Tampa Bay versus Detroit. Excuse me. All right, first game, Ravens versus
Texans. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll go
Got
first.
them already, bro.
Yeah, you got me already. Sheldon, who you got?
Jay.
You taking the Texans?
Yes, it's my upset pick.
At
Lamar.
home?
Yes,
In Baltimore.
yes. Lamar had a great season, and it pains me for them to lose. But black quarterback, so it's even. But I think that CJ them guys on a roll, man. They're on a roll. And sometimes when you take that week off, that bye does not always help you like you think it does. And I feel like Houston's coming in a little healthier than they were early in the season. And we've seen what this man can do with pressure on his back. I just believe in the Texans. I think they'll get it done this time.
The most dangerous things in the NFL playoffs is the first team, like that week, you think they did good, and then the next week they get their ass kicked. I think that's the Texans things. Ken, who you got?
Who's 2-6?
He's supposed to be 2-4. I was
That's Nick. That's Nick.
Because it was 6 total games.
Yeah,
It should be 2-4.
Well, he just was wrong 2 other times on stuff, like probably Mike Tomlin.
Just lump
Yeah,
it in
just
there.
2 things. Just throw
Add
it in
that
there.
Mike Tomlin. Just add that Mike Tomlin hate in.
Look, I got the Ravens going to the Super Bowl, so I got the Ravens, bro. I swear to God, Lamar Jackson better not lose to this man. I swear to God.
You
Lamar
would be
Jackson
happy
better not-
for the Texans coach, though, right?
Oh, I would be. It's not it's an indictment against Lamar. This is your year to get to the Super Bowl. This is Super Bowl or bust. No excuses. Everybody's up. This is the weakest it's been in a while.
So you got the,
I got the Ravens. But if he lose,
He got to answer.
FIFA, who you got?
Well, first I want to say that, like I've always said for a couple of years now, you should never listen to what the fuck Nick got to say. And this nigga across from me is starting to get to that point too, because you saw what that record was. You can't be. It's that seat, bro. I
went 3-3.
That's what it is.
What are we talking about? I went 3-3
niggas
last
gotta
week.
keep-
I went 3-3 last week.
Nah, man.
Stop
But
it,
that's still trash. It's 500. I'm 4-2. But I got the Ravens.
One game. Stop it.
I'm 4-2.
Who you got?
I got the Ravens, man. I got the Ravens. I feel like this is Lamar's year. First of all, you can't get outplayed by C.J. Stroud. And let's be honest, Lamar has the best physical gifts out of any quarterback, not named Pat Mahomes or Josh Allen. Those 3 are just built different. They game breakers. And C.J. is ascending. Right now, Lamar has to use every trick in the book that he has and leave it out on that field, and they got to win. Like, it's just as simple as that. You're the number 1 seed in the AFC. Like Ken said, this is the year. Like, they got to win. There's no excuses.
Before I go, bro, who you got?
So I like what Texans is doing. C.J. Stroud looked amazing, but you got to go to Baltimore, and if the weather is like it is now, I do not like that for Houston. I think Baltimore is the most complete team in the NFL, and Lamar Jackson is the MVP. So Baltimore.
Okay. I'm on the same page as y'all. I go Ravens. I like what C.J. Stroud has done throughout the playoffs and the season, but I do not think that he will be able to do that outside in December against a formidable team. So I'm gonna go Ravens as well.
I saw that Mark Andrews, and I just thought about this too on the way. I heard he's getting some work in, limited work, so I don't know if he's going to be back for this game. But if he is, that'll make a difference in what I'm thinking.
He got to be at least
honest.
80-85%.
Don't even need
They
him,
probably
to be
gon'
honest.
They probably want him back by the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we can use him AFC Championship game. I don't even really need you to play this game.
Yeah, not this game.
It's the Texans. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
That's what Cleveland thought.
All right, next we have the Chiefs versus the Bills. All right, this is a more formidable. Like, you really got to put your nuts on the table to figure out who you're gonna pick for this game. It's gonna take some insight. Sheldon, Chiefs Bills at Buffalo.
Yeah, this one
first time Patty has been on the road ever in the playoffs.
That's crazy. That's a crazy thing, man. That's
15 straight home playoff games.
all home games.
All home games of Super Bowl.
Buffalo, snowstorm. Sheldon.
That don't sound right.
What's that?
15 don't sound right.
15-0?
He said 15 straight home games.
Home and Super
I think
Bowl.
that's right, bro.
Home and Super Bowls. Yeah, that's right.
I think that's right.
It's 15, bro. It sounds crazy as fuck, but it's right.
Yeah, he's played that many games
At home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who you got, Sheldon?
Give me Buffalo.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Man, look,
Hey man, y'all been trying to kill Patty all season. I've been telling y'all
This
he's
is-
Jason Voorhees, nigga. This nigga not finna die. He ain't finna go to Buffalo.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Spike. I hope you right, because I don't like saying Josh Allen for nothing. I don't. But I just think that them being at home and we know what them receivers are, man.
So you have Buffalo.
Unless Andy Reid gonna do the right thing and keep the ball in Pacheco's hands as much as he can, it's gonna be Buffalo.
FIFO.
Give me Patty, man.
Patty. I love it.
Give me Patty. Because look, let's be honest. Weather doesn't affect that man.
No, it doesn't.
It don't affect. Now
We're talking about goats.
Yeah, we're
like
talking
all
about
that
goats.
shit. Don't,
Yeah, but there have been some GOAT quarterbacks, and when I say GOAT, I mean like the
Fair,
plateau.
yeah.
Peyton Manning did not fare well in bad weather. Tom Brady did. Pat Mahomes does. Josh Allen does. I do agree that Pacheco does need a lot of carries, but at the end of the day, if it's a close game and Patty got the ball, bro, give me Patty all day.
Mm-hmm. Ken.
I'm with Shelton. I'm going Bills.
Y'all are crazy.
That's my conviction, bro. I did those.
Hey, you know what though? But Nick and you both picked Kansas City. Oh yeah, them niggas gonna lose.
Nah, but look, here's the difference. Nick been hating on Kansas City all season. Oh,
He really
it's
has.
It's Patty Wash.
I would love to hear
all these
why- I
questions
would love
that we
to hear
got
why
in
he
these
picked
dead end sport documents. It's Patty Wash. He's been doing this. I've been saying this every Tuesday that we came up here, dude. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. He gonna do what he need to do. And until somebody knock him off, I'm picking him to go to the Super Bowl.
I've been saying it
And it
with
was
you.
going to be his receivers.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been saying it with you, Spike, but like we talked about, the game that they lose, I still don't think it's gonna be on him.
Yeah,
I'm
they
not
gonna be on
looking at
him.
him to not show.
I don't think it's gonna be the Buffalo.
They ready, bro.
That I promise you. I don't think it's gonna be to a nigga like Josh Allen.
Conspiracy time. They ready to crown Allen, bro.
They are.
Watch.
They are. That's why I told you. I hope
Bullshit.
I'm wrong.
There's some shit happening, bro.
I hope we wrong. I do.
Who you got?
That's a tough game. If I felt like Kelsey had anything left,
He giving it all to
Yeah,
don't
Taylor
look
Swift.
good.
Yeah,
He had
it's all
Taylor
been-
Swift swag
it's all-
surfing.
he just don't.
He had Taylor Swift swag surfing in the last playoff game, bro.
Yeah, he just don't look good. But I'm not crazy enough to go against Patrick Mahomes.
Thank you. There it is. Patrick Mahomes is the end all be all of NFL right now. Like you can pick with him and be like, okay, I think he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'll take that guy. All right, next game. We have 49ers versus Packers. I think the 49ers are 7.5-point favorites in this game.
Wow.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yes, in a playoff game.
That's a lot.
Cowboys in the same boat.
Shut up. We need that. We need that extra input, Jalen. Ken, I want to start with you. 49ers versus.
I went Niners. Physical defense. I don't think Jordan Love. I think they're going to blitz Jordan Love a lot. He's going to see a lot of pressure. He's not good against pressure. All those Hail Mary throws he's going to throw them shits is not going to work against this team. So, and I think they're going to run the ball. I think they're going to run the ball well. And, Purdy hit
Glock.
Debo on some screens, and he going to take a 1-yard screen 80 yards for a touchdown.
Me and Ken are gonna be in here talking about Glock Purdy next week. I definitely agree with that. FIFO.
49ers.
49ers.
I think the scheme, I always talk highly about Kyle Shanahan, how he utilizes all those weapons. I think for them, it's more about health. That week off, I think, helps that team. I do think they have a physical defense. I do think Jordan Love will be under more pressure. I think some of the throws he makes, he doesn't make against the 49ers. But I think when it's all said and done, give me the Niners by 10 plus.
Got you. Before I get to you, Sheldon.
I think it's going to be a better game than what people think. Both teams is
You think it'll be close?
closer than what y'all think for sure.
What does that mean? Like 10
Because
points?
he said 10 points. The spread is 7.5. I got it somewhere between 3 and 4.
Okay.
They both physical teams. I get a slight edge to the 49ers because they got McCaffrey, and he due for a breakout performance in the playoffs.
So you got
49ers by 3.
who you got?
I thought long and hard about this. Matter of fact, when I was texting Jalen, I changed it twice. But give me the 49ers. Give me the 49ers for a lot of the reasons y'all said. I just think that their experience will show up in this game, and the fact that they're home.
Okay. All right. I have the 49ers as well. I think they're going to blow the doors off them. All that cinematic shit y'all was doing, I don't know why y'all did that. This is going to be a blowout. It ain't going to be close. We're going to be cutting this shit off and streaming shows that we looking to get finished before the end of the weekend. This shit is over. Last game, Tampa Bay at Detroit. I will go first here because I felt the wrath of B in all of the YouTube videos with the face mask and all that shit. So I now have a vendetta against the Lions, and I'm definitely taking Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield just because B is riding so hard.
You better hope your job never send you to Detroit, my guy.
You're right.
Because you're not coming back.
There's no reason that I would ever want to go to Detroit. You're absolutely right about that, FIFO. And I don't plan on doing it, and I picked Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield to win this game in Detroit. I just think they can do it. I wouldn't be surprised because the Lions are the Lions. I've been alive for 40 plus years, and I've never seen the Lions accomplish anything they wanted to accomplish. I've seen them get their ass whooped continuously, and I think that this will be another reason. Like the Baker Mayfield will luck up and flip over and win this football game because him and Mike Evans had a great Sunday or Saturday or whatever it may be.
If it was the same old lines, they would have lost that game.
They are the same old Lions.
How when they had just won a playoff game
against
the first
they won 23-24 versus a team that should have beat their ass.
Against a Super Bowl champion in Sean McVay and Matt Stafford
it was
and
still
Aaron Donald.
It was still 23-24.
And they won the game.
Any other team in their position over the weekend won by 2 touchdowns.
I know you would take a 24-23 win right now.
Definitely. I would 1,000,000% take 23-24 versus the team that we lost to. So, yes, I am hating on the Lions. A lot has to do with the disdain that I have for them being still in the playoffs and me. So, I'm taking the Lions. Fuck it. I'm going to be the hater and the heel. FIFO, who you got?
I think this is kind of like a pick-em game. I think it could go either way. I think the Lions are going to be in another close game. But I'm taking the Lions. I'm taking the Lions here.
You say it'll be a pick-em game. You have faith or trust in Baker Mayfield?
No, which is the reason why I'm picking the Lions.
Gotcha.
But I think it could go either way. The last Rams versus Lions, I picked the Rams. And it came down to I thought McVay was going to outcoach Dan Campbell.
He did. He did outcoach him in this last game.
But,
he outcoached him in this last game. They just lost.
But McVay was very questionable in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? And those instances, if they would have got touchdowns over field goals, they would have won the game. So McVay didn't outcoach Aaron Glenn and that staff, and Dan Campbell and them. But in this situation, I don't trust Baker. Hey, look, it's documented for years now how I feel about Baker Mayfield, so I ain't gonna go into it. But the Lions are for real. Like, they're a legit team. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean for real like, oh, they're the favorite, but no, they can win multiple playoff games. This is the second playoff game that they win.
Sheldon.
I have the Lions. I feel like Tampa Bay did everything they could to get that game to Philly the other day, and I just don't think that they have enough.
What? Y'all lost 23-6.
I'm talking about early in the game.
Stop.
Did you not watch? All the
I
drop
saw y'all
passes?
get y'all ass kicked.
I'm talking about.
What do you mean?
Right,
they
didn't
did
take
everything to give the game.
They did everything
y'all
to
got
get the
y'all
game
ass
up.
kicked.
Yes. No. Y'all got y'all ass kicked. They just got.
Y'all did too.
They just gave up.
And correct.
Y'all did too.
It was 32-9.
32-9.
Yeah, like I got y'all ass kicked too.
What's the point spread on the ass?
Y'all missed the whole point. Y'all missed the point.
Like, man, stop it. Y'all got y'all ass kicked.
You missed the point. The point of it is that they did everything they could, and they still did what they did. That's what I'm saying. They were missing, dropping catches and all that stuff. So when you get to the Lions are going to take advantage of the things that Philly didn't. That's my point.
Y'all got y'all ass.
So I don't know what y'all laughing at. Y'all let me in on the joke.
I'm laughing at y'all getting y'all ass kicked.
They only scored 9 points. They only scored 9 points.
That's my point.
Y'all got an all-pro QB like you said.
Top 3 points. That was the second best quarterback in the league. Only put up 9 points.
That's 3 field goals.
No, they scored a touchdown and a field goal. They missed the extra point.
Dubs. Come on.
How we get back on that? The reason why I brought it
Because
up.
you did it.
The reason why I brought it up was I was saying that Tampa.
Because you wouldn't admit to y'all getting your ass kicked.
That's what it is. They dropped 5 or 6 passes, is my point. And they weren't moving the ball effectively other than when they was making them crazy plays. They won't be able to do that with the Lions.
Tampa got a quarterback. Y'all got a running back and quarterback.
What in the world?
That's what the problem is.
Are you talking about? Tampa got a quarterback.
Who you got?
Lions, but I don't like that everybody picking the Lions all of a sudden. Y'all been hating on the Lions all damn year long.
Don't say, clarify who's y'all is on that side of the stage.
Well, at least he's consistent.
I'm standing on business.
Consistent.
I'm standing on business. And B videos make me stand on it even more.
I ain't flip-flopping.
You've been hating on the Lions all
I'm still
year
hating
long.
on the Lions. No, I'm still hating on them. The Lions have the perfect storm.
We got video evidence of him calling them.
You flipping. We literally.
I said I'm still hating on them.
We literally have video footage of you being
I
like,
just fucking said I'm still hating on them. I'm saying the same thing.
You pick them to win.
Because who they playing? They got the perfect storm.
Why did you pick them last week then?
Because they played the Rams. I didn't believe the Rams could beat them.
Rams are better than them.
The Rams ain't no better team. The Rams still the Rams. I don't like Matthew Stafford. I never have.
He a better quarterback.
Have I ever said I like Matthew Stafford?
He a better quarterback
have
than Baker
I
Mayfield.
ever said I like
He
Matthew
better than
Stafford?
Baker Mayfield, right?
Yeah, of course.
So why wouldn't you pick the better quarterback?
Because they weren't playing Baker Mayfield. They playing the Lions.
Well, they're playing Baker Mayfield now, and Baker Mayfield threw 2 picks in that game that did not get intercepted. And you can, I think that Baker Mayfield will show up. So I got the Lions.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I picked him.
And I just want to clarify for the record, my record should actually be 5-1, not 4-2, because y'all counted the Texans against me, and I picked. And I didn't pick the Browns.
We counted the Texans against you up here.
Did you get the picks in time?
Yeah, I got
put your picks in, and then that way you can argue your record. If you can get your picks in,
I don't know if the picks came in time.
Jalen, I texted to him in the sidebar too.
No. He got it.
I don't
for
know,
this
bro.
one, but I text you every
Jalen
week.
worked hard,
cool.
bro.
It's on video.
I know he put shit in when he needs
It's
to.
getting late.
I'm 5-1. Listen
I've
to
been
this boy.
here all night. Did we get it? We know his, right?
We got one more.
Well, let him get his commentary on.
No, who you think gonna win this game?
What up, though? Look,
Detroit shit.
look. We don't care about all the hate and all of that. It's Detroit versus everybody.
So you got Detroit?
Absolutely. Okay. By more than 7 points.
Y'all should win this game. But it is Detroit.
I'll never say let's go Baker. I don't care what.
Hey, man.
I'm with you, bro. Oh, shit.
Nigga saying let's go Jalen Hurts. I don't see what's wrong with saying
But he's saying let's go golf.
Yeah, like we taking
Golf is
Jalen Hurts over Baker?
golf is better than Prescott.
Yes.
You believe that?
I think they the same thing. He just happened to have better coaching.
Golf ain't coming back either.
Oh, so you think our staff is better than your staff? Okay.
No, I think y'all Ben Johnson, if we had him on the offensive coordinator, then that would have been
that shit would have
better.
still happened, and you would have talked about fire Ben Johnson. Hey, what the people asking, Ken?
Get to the questions, man. We've been here a long time.
Cam W, I'm gonna need Lakeith Stanfield to tell us how about them cowgirls.
Stop laughing so hard.
Hey, that's awesome.
You didn't even know. Like before
never
we did,
thought it.
what was
I
he
never-
did? We did it this Sunday, Ken, and people heard it. Yeah, like that was Animal Brown doing that bullshit.
Is that Dak next to FIFA? Boy fled to it.
Hey, Jamal, you do look a
You
little
do look like Dak on that
You
camera
look
right
like
there.
that.
Especially
Hey,
with
give
the
me
hat
a
on.
here we go,
Just
please.
a little bit.
look
Please
like
say here
that.
we go. Twist your hips.
Here we go.
Pause.
That's funny.
Pause.
Here we go.
That's funny.
Shout out to Adrian Wells.
Adrian?
I'm the cat. Spike, you told me to keep the same energy when I told you and Shelton that the 49ers was laughing at y'all team. Just here to keep receipts.
I hope y'all lose this weekend.
So too, I'm the cat.
I am kid. I hope y'all lose this weekend.
CD, Spike the guy. Oh, yeah, I already read this one. Igwe, the Cowboys are perpetually mediocre. They haven't been to a Super Bowl since before I was born,
Igwe.
and I'm turning 27.
Yeah, we
Dang,
have 5
Igwe.
rings, Igwe. Before you were born, we had all those rings.
Gotta
That's
blow
why-
the dust off
That's
them
the
rings.
reason people talk about us.
Lions, 1079MD. That's what you get for calling my Detroit Lions frauds and disrespecting my squad all season long. We playing in the divisional round in real life, while Dallas is playing in the divisional round on Madden 24.
Eat these L's. How about that? How about that? Eat these
It's
L's.
been all year, bro.
Man.
Long live Kevin Samuels. Belichick is going to lead the Panthers to a Super Bowl before he succumbs to a stroke in 2026.
Sheldon,
Not with Bryce Young.
Sheldon, I know you love that.
It's not a Temple.
He need a quarterback.
Temple gone. We can talk.
Jamal Mahan, one time for the GOAT of college football. Nick Saban's presence will be missed.
Yes.
Roll Tide. Don't hate either can. Respect what he did for the game. No one won't be able to replicate. Bama's still good. Man, fuck Alabama.
It'll never happen. What he did would never happen to you. You got to admit that.
I
don't
don't
care.
think
Ken, I want you to do a
I
commentary.
don't care.
Ken, please do a commentary on Nick Saban.
What Nick Saban did, it'll never happen to
Oh,
you.
yeah. So, nah, I mean.
The landscape has totally changed.
It's different.
Yeah, he running away
Nobody
because he
will ever be able
can't,
to
he
do what he
can't
did
convince
again.
all
That's
those
why he
black
left.
kids to run
That's why he
play
left.
for
He's
him.
like, man, this shit ain't no
It's not
Because
even that.
he can't pay him under the table now. He got to pay him up front.
Ken, it's not even that. It's the same thing like with Coach K. Great coaches,
why
but
he
the
left.
time is just past. They
Nah,
did what they
bro.
did.
He don't wanna do
What
the
they're
transfer
doing now,
portal,
I don't
bro.
understand.
Yeah.
He don't want to deal with the transfer portal than NIL because he can't go get them kids
cool.
struggling
Yeah,
to come to his. Never mind.
I'm gonna say
Anyway.
you yell at a kid now, he can transfer and be playing tomorrow. So that's another
Yeah,
thing.
he
Yeah,
don't wanna
that's
deal with
crazy.
That shit, bro. Shelton got that yellow on because he's slowly gonna leave Jalen and the Eagles for love and the Packers.
Whoa, that's funny. Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Damn, but you're right.
Although, hey,
he warmed that
it.
bus up.
Y'all
No,
watch.
absolutely
Make sure y'all
not.
keep receipts on that. Make sure
absolutely
y'all-
not. But y'all know I am rooting for Jordan Love because he's black quarterback, correct?
Here you go.
No,
Here
that's
you go.
true. I've been saying this since he's been there.
Those are
Gun
seeds.
jump ship. Spike and Shelton need to share the couch because that's where both of their teams are sitting right now on the couch. Frauds.
Hey, Lions, I'm gonna come see you tapping the caps like that. Don't be cap.
I hope y'all
tapping
get beat
my
by
name.
50 this weekend.
That's
Lions.
not gonna happen.
I
We
hope-
ain't y'all.
I
Hey, we are not y'all.
hope- Touche.
We don't have no finesse in us. It's all grit.
Predictions on Belichick landing spot.
Dallas.
Home.
Dallas.
Yeah, he gonna be with a major contender.
Dallas.
I don't know where
I
though.
don't know why he came to Atlanta then.
Dallas.
Just to build up this.
Dallas. He's
Oh, they
coming.
interviewed him?
Yeah, Atlanta interviewed him.
Atlanta put out a tweet saying they
I hope
interviewed.
they don't.
I saw
Dallas.
somewhere where they were talking about like it's collusion.
Dallas.
Because players' salaries have risen, but coaches, there's like a cap there. So it's like collusion with the owners. Like, don't you pay them? I was over. So you can't throw the bank at Belichick.
Coming
You
to
got to kind
Dallas.
of pay him.
In the midst.
Yeah.
Coming to Dallas.
So that's what's gonna keep him from.
If Dallas want him, we get him.
Y'all clown Shelton when he pointed out the bad route concepts the Eagles have. Yeah, Aikman mentioned it all game long. That was Sirianni's offense. I still think it's bullshit.
That's
But,
it, tweet.
okay.
I mean, once
It's just an
again,
excuse.
Well, all of it is an excuse.
Bullshit, man.
Yeah, it's just an
But
excuse.
once again,
It's
there
a
has to
shit
be a reason.
organization looking for shit excuses to help them with the stuff that they did. Like y'all can't blame route trees and all of these things and saying, "Oh, we want to fire Nick Sirianni." Just a year ago, he had you in the Super Bowl.
Didn't blame it when they were 10-1. We heard
Right.
10-1 every damn
Exactly.
goddamn week.
Nobody said nothing. Then. Nobody said
You got to
nothing.
stay
then.
behind your squad.
Nick Sirianni is a good coach.
You want him to be
I
a
do
Dallas
not.
coach?
No. I'll take him over McCarthy.
Rob
Yeah, absolutely.
Costa, Jordan Love, greater than Jalen Hurts.
Not
Yes.
yet.
No, absolutely
Yes.
not. But I mean, I'm not worried about that. But
Absolutely.
Oh, no, I think he
Absolutely.
I think
Right
so.
now, today.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah,
at all.
better
We talking
quarterback.
about his
Yes.
career.
Whatever you want to put it in.
his-
Not
Yes.
career, but as far as being
That's what I'm
an actual
saying.
real quarterback.
Yeah,
Yes.
This was a
Jalen
terrible
Love.
year. Even though he was Jalen Hurts was third in the league in total touchdowns.
If we're talking careers, no. If we're talking
Exactly.
like today, yes.
What Jalen
Today,
Hurts-
yes.
What Jalen Hurts done in his career?
He went to the
Heisman.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Super Bowl. Did he win the Heisman?
Broke record.
Same dude. The same
he went to
dude,
the Super Bowl. I
The
ain't gonna
same
take that
dude
away.
that's about to
Broke
get his
He went to the
coach
Heisman, right?
fired.
He won the Heisman.
Playoffs every year is played.
He is about to get his coach fired.
He about to get his coach fired.
Prescott
Y'all
is
telling me
too.
that he can?
Prescott got 2 of them niggas fired.
Anyway,
Sorry too.
Maurice,
Sorry too.
Maurice Wilkins. The problem with the walk W as the coordinators, especially offensively, not having an answer for the blitz for several weeks. Defense not playing confident, so theirs can't play fast. You must have typed that on your phone. Or use AI.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, bro.
You spoke that
You
into
wasted
spoke
your
that into the
999,
damn.
bro. I don't know what that means.
Right, Maurice. Whatever
Yeah,
you
Maurice.
said. Hey,
Yeah. Okay, cool.
hey, I
bro.
don't know what he's talking about. But it's
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, but nah, you're right. I think he was talking about not having an answer for the blitz.
Yeah.
In the Eagles game.
Yes.
And yeah, so that was it.
That's true.
The one we talked about on the live when he did almost damn a C route into the end zone. It's just like, what the hell is that? You ain't gonna catch that,
right.
bro.
Long development plays, like God. Oh,
Jalen played injured this season. He'll be back better next season.
Tracy, what up, Tracy?
It's
hope.
everything
You hope.
popping up now,
You
bro.
hope. You hope.
Tracy, 100%.
I think he went and added that tape on his fingers, bro.
did.
I think that's what it is. It
Nah,
started
he looked a little off all season.
all season.
I think it might be his knee.
I think it's his game.
Nobody said that when it was going 10-1 though.
Yes, we did.
No,
I
he
said
looked.
it.
They didn't have the
Ken-
same.
Ken.
They did say they look off, but
They didn't
Yeah,
have
that's
that
the
I
year.
same.
wasn't complaining though.
it always.
Ken, have I not been?
it wasn't,
Ken-
oh, this injury
all
is-
year. Have I not been saying the same
He
thing?
said something they look
even
right.
when they were winning.
And I'm saying that's how it always looked.
Right. It been looking like that for 2 years. We said that on the Super Bowl run. It looked like that.
Fun fact: Jalen Hurts is 2-3 in the playoffs, and he's 0-3 when the Eagles give up more than 7 points. Let that sink in. I don't know what that
That's
means.
pretty good,
but
B.
okay.
Shout out BL.
That's pretty good.
Yep. Maybe if Hurts had Drewski out there, they would have had a chance. Boy.
What?
Jalen Hurts equal Taysom Hill with Teddy Bridgewater arm.
Dang, Rob. Dang, Rob from the dungeon.
There we go, Rob.
Dak ain't the only blame. The defense was terrible.
Facts.
Horrible.
Facts. Dan Quinn definitely should not be in,
I just
in
can't believe
any
they talking about him
considerations
being
for
a coach. That's
head
crazy.
coaching jobs.
Green Beans. To be fair, Jerry's the GM in title only. Will McClay, a brother, and Stevie Jones pick the players. Jerry picks the coaches. Hey, man, you're not going to put this on black guys.
Got it,
That's
Green
true.
Bean.
Will McClay
That's
is only
true.
a figurehead, bro.
But no, Will McClay has done a good job. What dude is saying right here in this Super Chat is that
So-
the roster is good. We just ain't got the right personnel to make
So
it happen.
what you're saying is it is Jerry's fault based off of this.
I'm saying it's the players' fault.
Jerry picks the
It's a
coaches.
nigga like
Jerry
like
picks
Dak
the
Prescott
coaches.
going out and throwing 3 interceptions before the end of the first half.
Spike
It's his
mad
fault.
at everybody.
Who paid that? Who paid that?
Jerry. Spike mad at
oh, you had
everybody.
to pick that.
No,
What-
I'm saying.
What
who
was the
though?
option, FIFO?
Right.
Like you
what
said,
else
go
we
draft
have done?
one.
We gonna
Go
get Kirk.
draft the next CJ Stroud.
We can do that now.
You could have did that then.
Stop it.
Can y'all believe a Baker-led team or Lions will be in the NFC Finals? It's a God dream. This is everything. I hope it's Lamar's year and Daniels gets drafted to the Pats. That would be crazy. The Lions or Baker Mayfield get
Yeah,
to the NFC
that's
Championship.
not God dream because God ain't
That's
put
gonna
Baker
happen,
nowhere
right?
in there.
That's gotta happen.
Well,
Or
one of them
Jared
get in there,
Goff.
yeah.
Yeah, one of
That's
them
going to be
Baker or
insane,
Jared
bro.
Goff.
Who would have thought it?
Yeah.
Man, hell
It was a
no.
perfect storm for both because they both.
Y'all must haven't been watching the past 2 years.
What do you mean?
Meaning what?
The Lions has been
Oh,
knocking
yeah,
on
I
the
have.
door.
Yeah, no,
The Lions have been what?
Yeah.
Knocking on the door.
Yeah, from
We'll
3
see
and
next year.
13 to 9 and
When
8.
that, when that schedule flip, we'll see.
Because they went 8 and 2 down the stretch last year.
That schedule
That's
gonna
a
flip.
cap.
I tell you what.
Cap.
You still got to win the
that's cap.
games.
The
Yeah,
Lions ain't
no,
been-
I'm with you 100%, but I'm just,
They went
I'm just
8
saying
and
from
2
experience.
at the end of last year.
They're 1 and 6.
Nobody would have ever thought that the Lions would be knocking on the door for the NFC Championship game this season.
Some
Not NFC Championship game, but at least I knew they were.
That's
gonna
all
make
I'm
the
saying.
playoffs.
I'm just saying. The
Oh,
NFC
I knew we was gonna win
I
the
ain't
one
saying they
game.
might
in
not
the
have
People,
playoffs.
you,
At
you
least
had the
the
Bears
games.
in the playoffs, so don't be
At
doing that. Bears
preseason.
winning the
Preseason.
Now all of a sudden, well,
That's
we
crazy.
revision his history. I knew they was gonna make the playoffs. I knew it.
By week
no, you
one,
didn't.
by week 1, I flip flop to the line.
Week 12, I
and
think
also,
make the playoffs.
you can ask Beezy. Next time Beezy in studio, ask him. I hit him up and I said, "Hey, bro, the Lions is gonna be all right." He's like, "Man, you sure?"
2 weeks
I said,
ago,
"Bro,
you
are."
can't. 2 weeks ago,
Cap. That's cap.
All right,
You
Lions.
see who got the best record on this shit.
That Cowboys defense left that tight end wide open like a 304 leg in the OnlyFans video.
You was butt naked.
Hey.
That man was butt naked over there by the 30-yard line by
What's his
himself.
name, Lions? Hey, that's a great comparison. You are absolutely right. I found myself looking at that game like, bro, how are they wide open?
Jalen Hurts can't even throw a surprise party.
Hey, Hibachi, you gonna be shadow
I
banned, bro.
love Hibachi is my nigga. That's my
Hibachi
guy.
gonna be shadow banned.
Hibachi, you my guy. I like that. I like that, Hibachi. Yo.
Oh, man. Stephen A. Spliff, which team is most likely to have a 2022 Bengals type of run between the Texans, Lions, Bucs, and Packers?
Texans.
Yeah, Texans.
I'm gonna say the Packers. I
I'm gonna
think
say
they're more
Bucs.
complete.
Actually, we could probably say. Well, what does that mean? The rest of the way?
Next year.
Yeah, just kind of
Super
fall
Bowl.
off.
Next year, Super Bowl.
Oh, fall off. Yeah, I'm tripping because I'm thinking 23. But you talking about falling off out of those teams? It's gonna be the Bucs.
Oh, I thought they meant make a
falling
run.
off. I thought they meant like the
I thought
run
they-
of.
Yeah, I thought they meant
That's what
making a run.
maybe I misunderstood.
I thought it was like the run to.
2022 when they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I thought they meant.
So they're
making a
saying
run.
like
Oh.
an ascension.
So
Yeah.
if we talking about
Oh,
next
okay.
year,
Well, never mind,
one of
I'm
these
wrong.
teams making a run.
So that's
I
the
would say
Lions
Texans.
because the Lions has the easiest path to that.
Oh, hold on,
No,
hold
he's
on,
talking
hold on.
about
Not
next
talking-
year.
I think they talk about right now
Oh,
Yeah, to the Super Bowl, right?
to the Super Bowl.
Oh, I see it now. Okay.
That would be the Lions.
Dang, so they calling the Bengals
Yeah.
Super Bowl run a fluke.
Give me the Lions in that.
Well, not necessarily this fluke, but who can out of this group can just jump? Because like I said, the Texans got a hard road. Everybody on this list, except for the Lions, has the easiest because the next game is going after this game against the Bucs. That's when it gets challenging.
Give
for
me
them
the
to get
Packers.
If the Pack gotta be-
if the Packers can go in and do what they did against Dallas as far as calling plays and getting people open and getting Jordan Love the opportunities that he had against Dallas,
Then y'all gonna put Detroit in the Super Bowl if y'all do if they win.
No, because then again, like you're talking about, y'all played the Packers twice already.
LaFleur gonna
went one
have
That
and one.
three times playing a team that's rough.
LaFleur gonna have
So
to
if
scheme
you're talking
his
about the
ass
NFC
off.
Championship
Well, against
game, it's
the
Packers
Niners.
Lions.
The Niners, oh, yeah.
I'd be worried
Yeah.
about that.
For sure, that'll be probably the best game.
Facts.
Yeah, that'd be a great game.
Because any other team, if the Lions play the 49ers or the 49ers play the Buccaneers, I
There's
don't
no
know.
familiarity.
You looking at
Exactly.
you're looking at the Lions being favored, but if you're talking about Lions Packers, and they beat y'all, right?
For
The
sure.
last game, that's what I'm saying. If we talking about one of the teams making the runs like that, and you talking about
Packers.
Jordan Love being as good as people think that he is,
I just feel like we can play
and
multiple ways.
LaFleur, like LaFleur being able to make a name for himself, like that may be a rough.
He can coach.
Yeah, he can coach.
He
He made
schemed
us
up some
look like
shit.
idiots.
Well, I
Like
mean,
the last.
I don't want to.
I knew that. I shouldn't even said that because I knew the backlash was coming.
Spike and Shelton coping hard.
He trying to say capping.
Dan Campbell is him.
That's how they say capping in
Campbell's
Canada.
crap. Is that what Rob Carr said, Canada?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's Canadian.
No wonder.
How about them Cowboys and them Eagles?
Man, he checked. What you talking about?
Man, that's both of y'all, bro. Go home sad. That's crazy.
I wonder who his team is.
Super sad.
Last one, Spike rooting for Jerry Jones' team. Nick trying to get Mike T fired. Nets FIFA going to turn his back on Lamar because he's not quarterback enough. LOL. Saying we anti-black, bro.
God, I care.
That's a crazy take, Cam.
Yep. All right, cool. That's it. We made it. Huh? Oh, yeah. Your thingamajig.
Yes, sir. We're
Got
gonna
some
do
picks for
our
us?
against the spread. Some picks on Prize Picks as I like to do because Prize Picks is the app that I favor the most at the moment. I got 3 for y'all today, and we'll start with pick. We're gonna start with pick 3, Jalen. Okay, yeah. Pick 1 for this week. I got Lamar Jackson over 226 passing yards. I think that he's going to get that number. I think this game is going to be a shootout, to be honest with you. And these stars are going to come to play, and I think Lamar is the biggest star of the bunch, so he's going to come to play. Pick number 2, I got C.J. Stroud over 245.5 passing yards. C.J. Has proven that he can throw the ball. He's going to move the ball all around the field. Look for Nico Collins to have a huge game in this one. I think he's going to really show out in this game. And like I said, I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair. I do think Texas is going to pull it out, surprisingly, but I think that CJ is going to have the game of his life. And pick number 3, Patrick Mahomes over 35.5 pass attempts. I know what they're going to put the ball in Andy Reid's hands. I mean, Andy Reid's going to put the ball in Patrick Mahomes' hands in this game, and he's going to be throwing the ball a lot more than I would hope for him to. I want them to run Pacheco more, but I think
35 passes.
I think
Yes.
I think if that happens, they lose.
Yeah, I do too.
I couldn't see that. I couldn't see them throwing the
Not
ball.
36 attempts.
Yeah,
I think
he
like
ain't throwing
26
the ball.
attempts, 30 attempts.
No,
He
no,
throwing
no.
the
He
ball
threw
36 times against the Bills, bro. Like that ain't.
No, if you get into a game like that with the Bills, with what you got, you in trouble.
Yeah.
lose.
But that's what
Yeah.
that's what Kansas City is based off. So if you look, like for example, we look at the game against the Dolphins, he threw it 41 times,
Right.
and that's a game that they won 26-7.
Yeah, but
So-
I don't think with this team
Yeah,
you
like-
can't go back and forth with them. Not with what you got.
Well, that's what
They ain't got nobody like they ain't got no digs out there on Kansas City side.
Who they-
Like,
They don't even got a Gabe Davis.
it don't really matter though, because that's what they like to do though. That's just Kansas City's mantra.
So you're
That's
just going
true.
off of history.
Huh?
I said you just going off of history.
Yeah.
It makes sense that,
yeah.
like you said, the last game he did. I wouldn't have expected him to throw that many times the last game, but I don't expect it
Yeah,
this time.
and then we go back to the game against the Raiders. He threw it 44 times. You look at
But that's true.
he.
I'm talking about.
No, I'm just going back to the last
playoffs,
few
weather
games.
conditions, maybe even them having a lead because they.
He'll still
37 in the weather against New England. He's throwing the ball a lot.
No, for sure.
So 36 pass attempts for him is not bad.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the show. We're still gonna do the instant reaction, so keep a lookout for that. I know I'm gonna go live. Shelter's been hopping on with me. I'll just drop the link in there for anybody that want to join. But yeah, I like doing those. Kind of talking about the game.
Where FIFA and
after the
Spike
season.
be at?
I ain't know nothing about it. I seen shit on Instagram. I seen shit on Reddit. I seen shit on Facebook, Twitter. Like, where's Spike at? Like, if I had known about it, I would have jumped in. Like,
Okay.
Send me the link.
Hey, I be on daddy duty. I ain't going front, bro.
Send me the link. I'm here to talk shit with all,
All
of
right.
y'all.
Well, I'll drop it in the chat.
Yeah, all of y'all that want to talk shit, I'm here for.
Hey,
it.
unless y'all want to see my son and me coming off of camera chasing him,
I'm here to
I'll be
defend
there,
the Cowboys and my takes. I do not care.
All right. Well, we're gonna get out of here, man. We'll catch you guys next time. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.